and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
111 East Kilbourne, Milwaukee. CordellCordell.com.
Come on into Tyson's, more for you.
Hey, Ripon, big news. Tyson's is opening this fall. From home, farm, auto, and pet to tools, home improvement, and more, you'll find trusted brands and everyday value all in one place. At Tyson's, putting customers first isn't just something we say, it's how we work. Our team is here to help with care, attention, and the kind of service that truly stands out. Check us out at Tysons.com. That's THEISENS.com.
The next time you're due for service, visit Richlands.com to schedule an appointment at any of our 5 conveniently located facilities.
All AAA approved and all staffed by ASE certified technicians ready to serve you.
Richlands.
Built Right, one location saves you money.
You gotta get to Built Right today.
Think you've got more heat in your cannon? Well, last time told a different tale.
Swing and a miss. He gassed him up. He blew him away. 102 miles an hour.
It's the Brewers and Pirates in Milwaukee. Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:05 on the home of the Brewers. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
6 o'clock, I'm Erik Bilstad. This is Wisconsin's Morning News, Tuesday, August 12th. Our top story, more rain coming our way.
I'm Michelle Richards, in for Vince Vitrano. A deadly explosion in Pennsylvania.
I'm Steph Graham in for Debbie Laziga, and looking at the roads, we do have some flooding on the roadway on 4145 northbound, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road there between Menominee Falls and Germantown. The 2 right lanes are blocked, so be aware of that. Again, flooding on the roadway on 4145 north, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. Otherwise, things are looking pretty clear on the roads for now, as traffic is still light. I'm Steph Graham with WTMJ Traffic.
Got a Fleet Farm storm team alert, a severe thunderstorm warning for Ozaukee, Milwaukee, Dodge, and Waukesha counties. It runs until 6:45 as we keep an eye on this new storm rolling through the area. So this round of heavy rain moving through parts of southeast Wisconsin, already inundated with rainfall amid historic flooding. WTMJ's Adam Roberts, he's live in our Breaking News Center following all of it. What do we got, Adam?
Well, right now, Erik, the heaviest of this rain from the severe storm kind of impacting those worst hit areas in northeast Waukesha County, kind of Menominee Falls, up towards Germantown in Washington County. The line will be moving through northwest Milwaukee County and southern Ozaukee County here in the next few minutes. We're already seeing some pretty strong winds with this as well, up to 67 miles an hour, the National Weather Service says, with a gust near Oconomowoc from this rainfall. If there's any good news, it's that it's moving very quickly, about 50 miles per hour through the area, so it won't be lingering like the rain we had over the weekend. Your full forecast will be coming up at about 6:10.
The latest round of rain comes as storm recovery efforts continue across southeast Wisconsin after historic flooding over the weekend.
Governor Tony Evers issued a state of emergency Monday while touring storm damage in Wauwatosa. Tosa Mayor Dennis McBride is asking people to stay away from the downtown area while recovery efforts are underway.
If you're thinking of going down there, please don't go down there. It won't help our public works people. It won't help our police and fire people.
Meanwhile, Milwaukee County is encouraging residents to call 211 to report any property damage.
We want to collect all the damage information with the help of the governor's office and present it to FEMA to see if we can get some emergency relief.
Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Keeping our eye on the outages. Wasn't that long ago, earlier this past hour, the We Energies outage map said about 1,100 were out of power. Now that has skyrocketed to 14,000. A lot of those in Waukesha County, also in Milwaukee County. So we're keeping an eye on that. Obviously, power is essential right now, especially for anyone who's getting heavy rainfall when we've already been inundated. So we'll keep an eye on that situation, and we'll reach out if we see that number continue to skyrocket.
Waukesha County has declared its own state of emergency in response to flash flooding and storm damage. Waukesha County Executive Paul Farrow tells WTMJ,
"We're looking at some major damage that's occurred on some of our roadways. It releases us from going through the RFP process to get things done in the payment procurement process so that we can just expedite and get things taken care of so that the public stays safe. The other step of it is to start checking boxes to ask for state and federal reimbursement when it comes to the impact that's occurred.
As of this morning, the Fox River in Waukesha is around 8.5 feet, but could still approach record levels depending on the latest rainfall totals.
We're following breaking news back east. An explosion at a U.S. steel plant in Pennsylvania leaves at least 2 dead.
The Clairton plant employs nearly 1,300 people and has had previous safety incidents. The explosion happened in what's called the reversing room that regulates ovens. Deanna Forkey works across the street.
Our door blew open at the same time.
Officials say the plant is now stable and air quality in the area is within federal standards.
Out of the 10 people who were transported from the scene, 5 remain in critical but stable condition.
Another act of violence at a big box location leaves multiple people dead. Happened at a Target in Texas.
Just after 2 in the afternoon, Target employee Marcos Torres' radio crackled to life.
I heard 2 gunshots. I ran towards the front to see what was going on.
3 people would die of gunshot wounds. A 4th person was hurt before the suspect was tracked down and arrested. Back at the original Target.
I always thought that this only happened in the movies, but now that it happened to me at my workplace, I'm shocked, I'm shaken.
Police have not disclosed a motive, but say the suspect has a history of mental illness. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
A trade truce between the U.S. and China has been extended for another 90 days. There had been a deadline Tuesday, but now they're pushing that back. The president and the Chinese president have talked about. Meanwhile, President Trump nominated a longtime critic of the Bureau of Labor Statistics to be its new commissioner.
E.J. Antoni would replace Erica McIntarfer, who was fired by Trump after a disappointing jobs report for July, which sharply revised the hiring numbers for May and June downward. Trump claims over the last 2 years of the Biden administration, the Bureau overestimated job creation by 1.5 million jobs.
I don't think it's an error. I think they did it purposely.
Antoni, a fellow at the Conservative Heritage Foundation think tank, has defended Trump's economic policies and questioned the Bureau of Labor Statistics methodology. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Coming up, skepticism over a downtown violence plan. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:06.
James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. JamesImaging.com.
Modernizing business technology is critical for a positive impact on efficiency and reducing operating costs. That's exactly what Tri-City National Bank found out when they called on James Imaging Systems. Listen to Bank CIO Robert Prang.
We also went through a large retooling of our print environment, changing from where we had almost 200 printers.
All the way down to just 97 printers. That's managed print services from James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed Wisconsin business technology company.
So being able to work with a local company like James that has a flexibility with their staff and being able to deliver for us has given us the ability to make the right decisions for our organization.
Robert, would you recommend managed print services from James Imaging Systems?
Yes, in a heartbeat, I would recommend James.
Learn more at jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Bank 5-9 has a mission to make lives better. They make it a priority to give back to their customers, communities, and their employees. In fact, Bank 5-9 was just honored again by the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel as a top workplace. That makes 16 years in a row. Want to learn more about working with the great people at Bank 5-9? Visit bank59.com/careers. Equal Opportunity Employer, member FDIC.
Hey, John Mercure here for CertaPro Painters. They painted our house, the outside of the house, fantastic. They did the parts in the sun, the parts in the shade, the parts on the north side, the parts on the south side. They paid attention to detail the whole way. They went the extra mile all day long. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C for your home or your business. They do both. They pay a lot of attention. They took a lot of time with our house, and it looks absolutely perfect. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. They're the real deal. They're the best in the business. It's CertaPro Painters.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it hard to fight flu, pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:08.
We have flooding on the interstate. We're keeping our eye on that. We'll get an update from Steph here in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
The Milwaukee Police Association says the new downtown safety plan may not do much to stop violence.
Mayor Cavalier Johnson recently announced more police patrols after midnight, drone use, and a mobile booking facility to process arrests faster in the downtown area. Milwaukee Police Association President Alex Ayala responds on Wisconsin's Midday News.
No, the mobile booking is not going to curb your violence. The mobile booking is just going to probably ease your processing system. You're processing the people there. But what are you doing after that? Are you releasing them back into the crowd, or are you taking them downtown where you're still going to book them and process them?
The safety plan follows 9 shootings downtown last month, 3 of them deadly. Nizer Spencer, WTMJ News.
A proposed AI data center is coming to Port Washington. The city now approving a broad concept plan consisting of 11 data center buildings. Mayor of Port Washington Ted Knightsky tells WTMJ.
We have an amazing climate. We have an amazing state, and we've got the resources and great people. You know, we know 9 months out of the year it's 70 degrees or below, and these places run warm. And in other places around the country, they need to use a significant amount of natural resources to keep themselves cool. But what they're learning is Wisconsin is ripe for this. We have power, we have land, and we've got really intelligent people.
The first phase of the project would be completed by 2027. We're going to do this. We're going to get our break out of the way. Then we're going to check in with Steph Graham because we do have some water on the interstate. We have a severe thunderstorm warning right now. So we'll get you all of that here in 60 seconds.
Hi, this is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. And you know, I'm a consumer just like you. And my ears perk up for pain relief messages just like you. But some of these ads.
Since I started taking this natural supplement, within weeks, my pain is completely gone.
I mean, come on. Give me a break. The truth is, there are imbalances in your body causing your pain. And there's physical therapy, which we are highly skilled at, that can improve imbalances. And there are alternative pain solutions. But not all of them are proven, safe, effective, or affordable. At Rejuvenex, the effectiveness of Toradol joined with hyaluronic acid has been proven. Our treatments are affordable, FDA approved, safe, and they're powerful medicines. They calm inflammation and cushion joints, and they can make your pain go away.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
All right, Steph Graham, how are we looking right now? I know it's pretty bad in that one spot.
Yeah, definitely. On 4145 northbound, we do have flooding on the roadway on the interstate. This is about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. The 2 right lanes are blocked, so we are seeing slowdowns from the zoo up to Highway to County Road, Highway Q, and that is going to slow you down there quite a bit. We're at about 17-minute ride rather than your usual 14 minutes, so give yourself some extra time there. Definitely moving slow. And then we also have an accident here in New Berlin on 43 on 43 northbound, about a mile beyond the ramp from Moreland Road. The right shoulder is blocked there due to a crash. So, we got some action on the roads this morning. And with the rain, be careful out there as you are driving. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast, starting off with heavy rain and thunderstorms throughout the day Tuesday, becoming a little bit more scattered as we go into the afternoon and evening hours. Your high temperatures will be in the low 80s. After this, things are dry. Highs in the 80s for both Wednesday and Thursday with mostly sunny skies, 84 and sunny for Friday, and then 86 with mostly sunny skies on Saturday. I'm meteorologist Lauren Larson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Right now in Milwaukee, it's 73.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Erik Bilstad.
And a good morning to you. A lot happening already. We have a severe thunderstorm warning, Fleet Farm Storm Team alert for Ozaukee, Milwaukee, and Waukesha counties. So we have what appears to be the strength of that storm now rolling northwest of Menominee Falls, about ready to hit Grafton. The rest of it's just rain, but that's where the strongest of that push was, at least this initial round of rain. And we knew that it was going to have some strong wind gusts, and we're now starting to see the power outages roll in here. Right now, this number just keeps going up. Right now, we're at nearly 17,000 We Energies customers out of power at the moment. The majority of them in Waukesha County. Waukesha County's got 12,000 out right now. And this just kind of exploded over the last hour or so. So we're kind of keeping our eye on that situation. Obviously, with the winds we've had, that's going to knock out branches and do that type of thing. It's going to put trees down. It's going to fall on lines. And obviously, this is a time when we need the power, especially with the heat and, of course, the sump pumps that everyone's been relying on.
Hey, Eric, if I can jump in really quickly, we did just get an update from the National Weather Service. So the severe thunderstorm warning for Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Dodge counties, that has now been canceled. This storm is moving very fast, about 50 miles an hour this thing is moving. The warning for Washington and Ozaukee counties, that is still in effect. So those warnings will continue. That is set to expire at 6:45. We'll see if that ends earlier just because of how fast this is moving. But again, Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Dodge counties, you are now out of this warning. We do, however, see rain that's on the back end of this, though not at severe levels.
Yep. We're still going to see rain for a good chunk of the morning. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, so this thing is really rolling through. Michelle Richards is here.
Which is a good thing.
Yes, the faster it gets through here, I suppose. It's just very interesting to see how this number has just exploded on the outages. Hopefully they can get that under control. By the way, that's a thing that's been really tricky for We Energies anyway. If you heard We Energies, their reps were on Wisconsin's Afternoon News, and one of the issues they're running into is not being able to get everywhere, get to all the transformers just because of the flooding. So this isn't going to help that situation. Okay, we need to make you smile. The smell of hamburgers is slowly drifting into the studio.
10.
We have good news. We'll do it in 1 minute.
It's one of the hottest topics when it comes to finance and your money. The One Big Beautiful Bill. If you haven't read it, we don't blame you. It's 900 pages with 400 just for tax provisions. Not exactly light reading. You know who has read it? Annex Wealth Management. That's where Instant Insight webinars come in. They're designed to provide clarity for today's hot topics. Get up to speed fast. Check out the full Instant Insight schedule at annexwealth.com/events. Unbiased advice from a fee-only fiduciary. Find out more at annexwealth.com.
Don't let them ruin your summer. Vince Vitrano for the Bugman and Queen Bee. Just had Adam, the Bugman, out to my house for the stinging insect nest preventer service. And Adam tells me he's getting a lot of requests for this right now because of wasps. Now, this won't keep the bees and other pollinators from doing their important work in your yard or in your garden. What it will do is keep them from building a nest in your roof or inside the house. Local, family, veteran-owned and operated. 20% off your first service when you tell them Vinny sent you. Bugman, queenbee.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
They just keep winning.
And he drills it in the air deep into right center field. He's admiring it as it goes back towards the wall, and it is gone. A leap by Canario, but it's out for a solo home run for Yelly.
I love it when you admire a home run, too. That's a good adjective to use when someone's watching their ball leave the park. Yelich in the third, put the Brewers up 2-1 early. They would win the contest 7-1. Now they continue to have the best record in baseball, but let's not forget what the crew has done to get to this point. WTMJ host of Brewers Extra Innings, Dom Catronio, breaks it all down.
In May, the Brewers were 4 games under 500, even had 2 team meetings in the span of a couple of weeks. Then in June, they were even 6.5 games back of the Chicago Cubs. But now as they wake up on August 12th, they're 6.5 games up on those same Cubs. Christian Yelich explains.
I think I said it was going to be all right, and that it's all part of the baseball season, and that you never know what you're going to see. They weren't even bad team meetings. It was just like, hey, guys, like, what's going on, basically, or we knew we still had a lot of time to right the ship.
Courtesy Adam McCalvey of MLB.com. For WTMJ, I'm Dominic Catronio.
It was that easy to fix. Hey, guys, what's going on? Oh, all right, yeah, I guess we'll figure it out here. The crew go for 11 straight wins tonight. It's a good one at the yard. Freddie Peralta on the mound for the Brewers. Now the Pirates, they're sending
Paul Skeens
to the hill. First pitch, 6:40 at AmFam Field. Our coverage here on WTMJ starts at 6.
You got to beat the best to get hamburgers.
That's true.
You have to beat the best.
You have to earn
if you want to enjoy that tasty beef from George West.
Because 12 wins by itself isn't earning it enough. Back to work for the Pack today. The only public practice of the week at Ray Nitschke Field, 10:30 this morning. Now, we read reports yesterday. There was an up and down practice, but the thing that garnered the most interest and attention was the lengthy discussion that quarterback Jordan Love had with LaFleur and some of the trainers after practice. Multiple reports pointed out that Love's left thumb was taped. Now, that's not his throwing hand. Love didn't miss any reps either, but something that will obviously continue discussions today. Packers head out to Indy for a joint practice later in the week, and they will take on the Indianapolis Colts in their second preseason game on Saturday.
Lots to get to this morning regarding the weather. We have this severe thunderstorm warning as the storm is rolling through right now, knocking out power and flooding the roads. We'll get to that all in mere moments.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments. Behind the Bucks is Bucks history, like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Hi, this is Julie Coombs and Cindy Stormfisher with Stormfisher Investment Group. Are you a retiring professional? Worried about the direction of our economy? About making your money last? Come see what we can do for you. Let us show you how we take care of you to help you have a great retirement. We are at 262-796-8400 or stormfisher.com. See you soon.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Osaic Advisory Services LLC. Osaic Advisory. Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory are separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, and services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory.
Adrian was seriously injured when a careless driver merged into her lane.
Gruber was there for everything that I needed. Any questions that I had, Gruber was there. They made me feel like everything about my situation and my accident was very important to them, and that made me feel good. And I would definitely call Gruber again for that.
Serving Wisconsin for over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They go above and beyond for their clients.
Good luck raising your Jolly Roger here, because you mateys will be shivering your timbers after facing us. It's the Brewers and the Pirates in Milwaukee.
Drilled into deep left center field. This is flying back towards the wall. It is up. It is gone. Babe Vaughn has struck.
Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:05. We are the home of the Brewers. 620 WTMJ.
Gotta get to the road. Steph Graham, how's this flooding looking right now?
Not great. And actually, we have stuff popping up all over the system. I'm going to start to the north. We have the flooding on the roadway on 4145 north, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. The two right lanes are blocked there. That is causing some pretty significant slowdowns as you're traveling north from the zoo to Highway Q. Then we also have an incident here also on 4145 north at the ramp from Appleton Avenue. The right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle there. And then also some debris in the road. This is on 4143, 894 west at the ramp from 27th Street north. You can expect lane closures due to debris there on 894 west. And then we also have 43 northbound, about a mile beyond the ramp from Moreland Road. The right shoulder is blocked due to a crash there. So pretty much messy all over the system. Give yourself plenty of time this morning as you go into your morning commute. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Fleet Farm Storm Team Alert, severe thunderstorm warning for Washington and Ozaukee counties. That is until 6:45. But this storm is flying right now, rolling through this area, so we'll see how long this lasts. We did have a warning for Waukesha and Milwaukee counties as well, but that one they expired early because of the swiftness of this current storm. That's what we're looking for at the moment. How's the rest of the day looking?
Well, after this heavy rain this morning, we will see partly sunny skies. It'll be warm with a high of 82 and a much-needed break the rest of the week. Clear tonight, a low of 65. Wednesday, mostly sunny, 80. Mostly sunny Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the rest of the week with highs in the low to mid 80s.
Right now in Milwaukee, 69 degrees. So yeah, once we get done with this rain this morning, we should be good. Could see a half inch though, and some possible localized pockets of an inch according to the National Weather Service. So It's going to come, and it's going to be potential for some heavy saturated areas, of course, where we've already seen the rain, so something to be mindful of. As far as the outages go, Michelle, this is remarkable how many outages we have that have come so quickly now because of the strength of the storm. We were talking about like 55-mile-per-hour wind gusts, if not more, and the number keeps going up. Right now we have 17,100 We Energies customers out of power, the bulk of them in Waukesha County and the like. Let's see here. Oconomowoc got more than 1,000. Pewaukee, 1,600. The Falls, a couple thousand. Waukesha's got some. Dousman. So across the region, we're dealing with this. Sussex has nearly 3,000 customers out of power, and that's just those who have called that in. So Waukesha dealing with the most as we have this new line of storms. Now, we have this flooding on the freeway as well that we're dealing with. So please be patient. We'll try to get everything to you. And if you'd like to be our eyes and ears, please, if you're seeing something we need to know, give us a text, 855-616-1620 on the Siding Unlimited WDTMJ talk and text line, and we will get that out to the masses. Ellison Truey from We Energies was on Wisconsin's Afternoon News, and they were able to handle a lot of the outages from over the weekend. But she commented on just how difficult it is to get to some of these spots.
So that's over 90,000 customers just in the less than 48 hours. This has really posed a big challenge for us, all the flooding. There are some areas that we still just can't access, whether it's the roads being damaged or flooded, or just us not being able to get close enough to our equipment because there's so much standing water that we can't get our bucket trucks in close enough.
So in Menominee Falls and across the region, you're seeing, piles and piles of garbage.
Furniture.
Just growing outside people's houses.
Whatever you had in your basement that's now complete trash.
Rugs all cut up and rolled up or just tossed out there. I have to admit, I didn't roll everything perfectly.
Well, and now it's all getting soaking wet again.
Right,
ew.
Just getting poured on, which is unfortunately. Meanwhile, be careful of the river.
I was just kind of shocked. I didn't believe that someone would be in the river.
So a rescue in Menominee Falls at Limekiln Park. This happened Monday afternoon. 2 people had to be pulled from the rapids of the Menominee River. Witness tells TMJ4 News she heard the commotion at first.
At first I didn't believe it. I thought people were just saying things, but then I went down, looked in the corner. I was just kind of shocked.
So it was a father and son holding on to anything they could on the side of this river, which obviously had grown. It was the rapids pulling them into the water. Both were able to be rescued thanks to Good Samaritans and, of course, firefighters who showed up.
This current is no joke. Anybody who has ever worked around swift water knows that this will drain your energy quickly.
So that's the fire chief, Joe Pulvermaker there. He spoke to TMJ4 News. He says it wasn't this people's plans. They weren't looking to just be in the water. Sounds like they were trying to find a dog that had gotten out. But it wasn't like they were just, hey, let's get creative and get near the banks. No, the water overtook them.
I'm sure that they didn't necessarily want to be in the water, but eventually found themselves there and in distress.
So pay attention to that. I know there's a lot of interest and curiosity when this happens. You want to see some of the flood waters. I know a lot of people go into Frame Park and Waukesha to see the Fox River and all of that. Just got to be smart about it.
Yeah, I think if you're standing on, a concrete, sidewalk, that's a little different than standing on the banks of a river where, the soil is just completely saturated and could fall away at any second. But I wouldn't even trust the concrete. You never know.
I mean, we've seen that issue in a lot of different places with some of these sinkholes. Meanwhile, the flooding causing major problems in Hart Park, of course, in Wauwatosa, the football field among the areas in bad shape there. WDTMJ's Nazir Spencer, now he was there on Monday morning. He joined us on Wisconsin's Morning News, and he shared what he was seeing.
The football field looks like it got completely destroyed. The turf is completely rolled up, and oddly, there's a football post completely 180'd, completely turned around, facing towards the scoreboard.
So football starts in a week. They're not playing there. It's not going to happen. The Tosa East Athletic Director tells the Journal Sentinel that a lot of their practice equipment was under 3.5 feet of water, too. But he said the helmets and shoulder pads and training supplies are dry, so he feels like he won the lottery. That stuff's okay.
Bright side.
Sounds like Tosa East and Marquette will have to find new places to play some of their games this year, so they're working on it. Tosa East likely will play at Tosa West. Thought it was a pretty funny line from the coach in the Journal Sentinel saying, if you could have seen the kids' faces when we told them we were playing our games at Tosa West. What? We're not playing there, but you got no choice. So That's some of what everyone is dealing with this morning. Time now for news about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management market update. And we have another pause in the tariff. We had a tariff deadline between the U.S. and China that's been pushed another 90 days. Stock futures right now are down 2 hours from the bell. Annex Wealth Management, annexwealthmanagement.com. It's financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. We'll get you an update on the roads and the weather. We'll do it in 2 minutes.
So how is that possible? 1.9% real estate commission? There must be something you're not telling me.
I hear that a lot. The truth is, everybody could do it, but they choose not to because folks keep paying more than they have to. I guess they just haven't heard yet that Century 21 Benefit Realty can make that 1.9% real estate commission promise on the sale of your home and stick to it. So I'd like to think that's going to make your decision easy. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and that goes double for your home listing, because that's how you're going to get the most value. By having a customized marketing plan specific to your property with professional photos, global marketing, and the built-in experience that Century 21 Benefit Realty has brought to the table since 2004. And being joined with Century 21 just makes all of the above stand out that much more. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Now that you're ready to purchase a new bike, do yourself a solid by stopping by one of our Wheel and Sprocket stores to test ride an electric bike, better known today as an e-bike. And let me tell you, these bikes are a game changer because you can ride a whole lot further without even breaking a sweat. We're talking 20 to 50 miles on a single charge. So even riding uphill comes with tons of thrills. But before you decide, stop by any of our Wheel and Sprocket locations first and let us explain in detail what e-bikes are all about. And once you're here, you'll find rows and rows of bikes in a bunch of different styles and colors for you to see, touch, feel, and even test ride. After all, here at Wheel and Sprocket, we love bikes, which is why bikes are all we do.
Visit wheelandsprocket.com for a location near you.
I'm Amelia Kegel with Wheel and Sprocket. Life is short. Enjoy your ride.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Last month, it was a stabbing at a Michigan Walmart. On Monday, it was a shooting at a Target store in Texas. ABC's Jim Ryan with more on what happened in Austin.
Just after 2 p.m, Target employee Marcos Torres' radio crackled to life.
I heard 2 gunshots. I ran towards the front to see what was going on.
3 people would die of gunshot wounds. A 4th person was hurt before the suspect was tracked down and arrested. Back at the original Target.
I always thought that this only happened in the movies, but now that it happened to me at my workplace, I'm shocked, I'm shaken.
Police have not disclosed a motive, but say the suspect has a history of mental illness. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
In about a half hour, we will find out how much inflation increased in last month, if at all. The Consumer Price Index, released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, whose director was fired by President Trump after he didn't like the numbers recently. A trade war with China is on pause. A truce declared for 90 days as both countries try to sort out tariffs. This is ABC News.
All right, we have a lot going on the roads this morning. We do have some flooding on the roadway on 4145 north, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. 2 right lanes are blocked, so traffic is still getting through, but you are seeing significant slowdowns from the Zoo to Highway Q. So be aware of that. Maybe take an alternate route if you are able. And then also we are dealing with another incident here on 894 West at the ramp from 27th Street North. We can expect lane closures due to debris in the roads. I'm looking at this right now on the traffic cam, some debris in the road. Traffic still going through there, but again, moving a little bit slow. And then also 43 north, about a mile beyond the ramp from Moreland Road. The right shoulder is blocked due to a crash there. So lots of messiness all over the roads. Give yourself plenty of extra time this morning. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Right now it's 6:32. Severe thunderstorm warning for Ozaukee and Washington counties set to expire at 6:45. It may expire before then as the storm rolls over the lake now. Heavy rain, partly sunny and warmer later on, a high of 82. Tonight clear and a low of 65. As we deal with this rain, Adam Roberts is following it closely here in the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Adam, what do we got?
Right now, Eric, looks like the heaviest of the rain over, looks like I-43 and Highway 32 near Port Washington. It is starting to move out over the lake, but this rain has left some flooding issues already. We've got a text into our Setting Unlimited talk and text line noting that Water Street northbound under the Holton Street Bridge, this is near that Swing Park area right by the Milwaukee River. We're reporting flooding going on there. We've already seen heavy winds with this as well, over 65 miles an hour, which prompted those severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll get a full look at the forecast coming up at 6:40.
A developing story. Crews have responded to a reported fire on Milwaukee's west side. Our partners at TMJ4 News report multiple people have been evacuated onto an MCTS bus near 28th and Wisconsin. No word on any injuries.
Governor Evers is declaring a state of emergency as communities across the state recover from the flash flooding. Some municipalities offering bulk pickup as residents clean up damage to their homes. Waukesha County Executive Paul Farrow on WTMJ.
Menominee Falls, Muskego, some of New Berlin, and Brookfield are kind of our higher impact areas. And they all have agreements for waste removal right now, picking up your weekly, garbage. Those companies will work with the municipalities to do large removal.
Milwaukee County is encouraging residents to call 211 to report any property damage.
A man from Illinois is dead after drowning in Delavan Lake.
33-year-old Muhammad Hussaini was found unresponsive on a boat. Police responded just after 5:40 on Saturday near Lake Lawn. He appeared to have entered the water from the boat, started to struggle, and then went under. He died from his injuries at the hospital. Hussaini was wearing a life preserver, but it was too small to be useful. Elizabeth Linton, WTMJ News.
The new multifaceted plan to curb violence in downtown Milwaukee includes increasing a police presence downtown after hours, especially on Water Street. But Milwaukee Police Association President Alex Ayala tells Wisconsin's Midday News,
officers are tired. They're not going to be coming in to work overtime because you're already making them work overtime. We don't have the bodies to facilitate all of the planning that they want to do. But we're 250 positions short. So what the mayor needs to do is to just settle our contract, get us a real working wage so that we can start attracting good, talented individuals to be police officers.
Ayala says it's unrealistic to move 2 squads of officers from each district to patrol downtown and maintain safety. We will hear from the police chief today. The chief expected to address a Milwaukee Press Club luncheon later today.
A proposed AI data center coming to Wisconsin. The 1,900-acre data center campus in Port Washington would be one of the country's largest. Mayor of Port Washington, Ted Knightsky, tells Wisconsin's Midday News.
We didn't want heavy manufacturing. We didn't want pollutants. We didn't want anything disrupting our natural resources. And then they came back and said, well, what about a data center? They're gigantic computer warehouses. They're becoming more efficient. They don't have a very large impact on the environment. They create jobs and become technology hubs. And we said, we're in.
The first phase of the project would be done in 2027.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:36. Coming up, one of the most popular musicians on the planet just announced new music.
Traffic is sponsored by the amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
Enjoy the new all-you-can-eat Saturday breakfast buffet from 8 a.m. till noon for under $10 at the Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford. Just walk on in. It's big food, it's big fun, it's the Mineshaft.
Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com. The roll screen, the ability to roll a window screen up and down like a shade. Pella invested in this breakthrough when the business was born and has introduced the world to innovative, game-changing designs ever since. Hi, I'm Gina Della from Pella. Our incredible craftsmen have always been driven by the principles of traditional American values and the desire to enrich the homes and lives of others. They've been at it for a century. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, we make it easy for you to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home. Pella always designs with innovation and rigorously tests each product for quality and performance. Our team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Investing in new Pella windows and doors creates long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years. And if you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Bank 5-9 has a mission to make lives better. They make it a priority to give back to their customers, communities, and their employees. In fact, Bank 5-9 was just honored again by the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel as a top workplace. That makes 16 years in a row. Want to learn more about working with the great people at Bank 5-9? Visit bank59.com/careers. Equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
At Big Fish Contracting, we want every home project to be a good story worth sharing. That's why we as a team aim to exceed your expectations. We can improve any aspect of your home. Everything from a complex remodel to the essential roof, gutters, siding, and windows. Integrity, humility, and kindness are why we've grown in southeastern Wisconsin for the last 2 decades. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:38.
Flooding on 4145. We'll get an update from Steph Graham in 2 minutes.
My girls are going to be so excited to hear this when they wake up this morning, Erik. Taylor Swift.
She's back?
She's back with something new.
Taylor Swift's revealed a whole new era on her boyfriend's New Heights podcast.
So I wanted to show you something.
What do we got?
We got
Briefcase.
Yep.
Mint green with TS on it. What's in it?
This is my brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
Travis and Jason Kelsey cheered her on as she dug out the blurred cover. Fans are pumped too.
Oh my God! TS12. We knew it!
Swift announced her 12th studio album at 12 minutes past midnight. It's the first since she bought back her master's recordings. Swift hasn't given any information about the songs or the release date. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Man, she just cranks them out.
She doesn't stop, right? Like, I think I've heard, like, she's on a plane and she's writing and she's traveling and just nonstop creating and producing and coming up with
she could
hit
retire.
after hit.
She could retire for like the next 5 lifetimes. And here she's still writing music.
She's a workaholic.
6:40, we'll get right to the roads here in a minute.
There's a lot of noise coming out of Washington these days, but one thing retirees in Wisconsin can't afford to ignore is the new Big Beautiful Bill. Sounds harmless, right? But here's the truth. The changes buried in this bill could have a serious impact on your retirement. At Drake & Associates, we've dug into the details, and we want to make sure you know what's really at stake. The Big Beautiful Bill includes sweeping updates to tax brackets, Social Security thresholds, Medicare premiums, and retirement account rules. And for many retirees, it could mean higher taxes on your savings, more limits on deductions, and unexpected changes to your income plan. Maybe you're already retired, or maybe you're just a few years away. Either way, what you don't know could cost you thousands. That's why we're offering Wisconsin residents a free educational guide to help you understand how the new bill may impact retirees and questions to discuss with your trusted financial advisor. Just text the word tax to 414-897-9522. That's tax, TAX, to 414-897-9522. You'll get immediate access to expert insights from the team at Drake & Associates, retirement planners who have been serving Wisconsin for over 20 years. We focus on tax-efficient retirement planning, helping you keep more of your money, avoiding surprises, and staying ahead of the curve no matter what Congress throws your way. So before the Big Beautiful Bill takes a bite out of your hard-earned savings, let's make sure your plan is designed to help prepare for uncertainty. Text TAX to 414-897-9522. That's TAX to 414-897-9522. Drake & Associates, helping build retirement confidence right here in Wisconsin.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Bumblebee Blinds Milwaukee can refresh your home with high-quality blinds, professional guidance, and easy installation. Book a free consultation today. Bumblebee Blinds, window treatments to buzz about.
Right to the roads with Steph Graham. Traffic is brought to you by Bumblebee Blinds. Visit them at bumblebeeblinds.com. Go ahead, Steph.
Yeah, it has been a busy one. We have flooding on the roadway on 4145 North, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. 2 right lanes are blocked, so that is causing some significant slowdowns if you are driving through there. Traffic is still moving, but again, slower than usual for this time. So be aware of that. Also, we have a new one, 94 eastbound at US 18. The right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle there. Also dealing with road debris here on 894 West at the ramp from 27th Street. You can expect lane closures due to that debris. It does look like traffic is still moving through there as well. And then we also have 43 northbound, about a mile beyond the ramp from Moreland Road. The right shoulder is blocked due to a crash there. So messy morning. Give yourself plenty of time as you head out this morning. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast shows heavy rain and thunderstorms likely on Tuesday with humidity and temperatures in the low 80s. After the rain, we're looking at drying out. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you'll see those high temperatures in the mid to low 80s with mostly sunny skies, reaching the upper 80s with lots of sunshine for Saturday. I'm meteorologist Lauren Larson with the Storm Team 4 forecast on WTMJ.
Right now it's 6:43. It's 73 degrees. Wisconsin's Morning News, Erik Bilstad along with Michelle Richards. Steph Graham is keeping an eye on the roads. We'll get updates from her all morning long. Adam Roberts, of course, super busy today. And Greg Pancake Hill is back as well. Good to see you, Greg. Glad you're back in the saddle.
Hey, right back at you.
Lots to get to today. So with the weather being the way it is, we should update you. The severe thunderstorm warnings that were in effect, they have been cleared. This thing is just flying, this storm, as it's rolled through the area. That's good news, but we will see more rain even after this burst we're dealing with right now. So we know that a lot of you are stuck in your car. And then there's many of us who don't have power at the moment. Another surge. This number keeps going up. It's skyrocketed in the last hour or two. It's now nearly 20,000 We Energies customers without power as of right now because of this latest storm. And most of those, like the majority of that, is out of Waukesha County. So you're talking about an area that's already just saturated from the flooding, and still need those dehumidifiers going, need that sump pump still working, and to not have power right now, that is not what you want to hear.
And crews are working as hard as they can, but sometimes they can't even get to the places where they need to go because the roadways are flooded or for whatever reason.
Yeah, or the road doesn't exist because it's gone through. So they have had that issue already, and now we have this. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll continue to monitor all morning long and get you all the updates on it as we go through this. We do want to give you something to smile about, though. And I don't know how they keep doing it, but they just keep doing it. The Milwaukee Brewers have won 10 in a row again. Got sports next.
Earn now, spend later at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, rewards members can earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store, redeemable just like cash after August 21st. Start earning today on men's work and sport pocket tees, $12.99. Rewards members pay $10.99. Save $7 on select bags of Nutrish dog food. And 50-foot Yellow Jacket extension cords are half price, just $24.99. Rewards members save an extra $5. Earn Blaine's Bucks now to spend later at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
WTMJ's Erik Bilstad here for QC Kinetics. You've been down there in the basement working hard, and now your shoulder is reactivated. Yep, or the knees. There they go again. Yep, you've been carrying all this stuff up, and now that knee that's always bothering you is bothering you again. And this time you know you got to do something about it. But again, you don't want to do the knife. You don't want to do the surgery. You're tired of taking all the pills, and the long-term relief just doesn't seem to come without all that recovery. You know what you should do? You should try calling QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. QC Kinetics, here's the number again. It's 414-285-3474. If you've had a knee problem for so long, it's time to bring in your MRIs or your x-rays and show it to them in your free consultation. And you'll get a heads up, or you'll get a suggestion, you'll get ideas right then and there. Oftentimes, 70% of their customers get the treatment starting that day after they have their meeting. 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
Honestly, I don't know which sound effect to play. I play the Brewers, the Brewers buzz. Do I play the burger sizzle sound effect?
Yeah.
I have so many choices. How about this one?
The Brewers just show up,
They beat you, they yawn, and they get ready for another one tomorrow.
Yeah, Lane Grindle on the call right there. That's probably one of the best sound effects we have. That about sums it up, doesn't it?
Nick Gonzalez, first pitch, swinging bunt, fielded by Miller, throws to first in time, and this ball game is over. A 1-2-3 ninth inning for Shelby Miller, and the Brewers win it 7-1. They have won their 10th game in a row, and they are 30 games above 500.
Woo! Just rolling. That's another 10-game winning streak that the Brewers are on. They've got the best record in the division. A 6.5 game. I'm sorry, in baseball, a 6.5 game lead on the Cubs in the division, and it's only August 12th. But do we need to start the? I don't know. You want to start the magic number?
That. It's so funny you said that. I wondered about that. Like, wow, are we at like magic number territory
already? Are we
in
magic number territory? If we were looking at something like that, not saying we officially are, maybe we would just do it again. 39 is the number to look for to clinch the NL Central.
Good.
Listen,
Right.
you can't look at it too early. Up next, the Crew, like I said, 11 straight wins. That's what they're going for. Freddie Peralta on the mound going up against
Paul Skeens.
Yeah, tonight should be a good one at AmFam Field. Brewers Pirates, 6 o'clock coverage here on WTMJ.
If they pull this off tonight and they win 11 in a row, that means Burger's celebration will be a day game tomorrow. They play a day game.
Can you imagine?
At AmFam. Now, that doesn't mean you flood George Webb's right after the game.
No, you
tomorrow.
can't. However, good pub. I suppose you could still go there, but do not expect free burgers. Yes, maybe get some pancakes too while you're at it. Hey, now the Packers. Meanwhile, they're back to work today. The only public practice of the week before heading off to Indy. Now, prep for the Colts begins. Jordan Love did have his left thumb taped up yesterday. Didn't miss any reps, but according to reports, he did have that something we need to monitor, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. We'll see how today goes.
The Brewers just making things up now. It's like out of a movie.
You can't make it up!
Yesterday it was a family field of dreams. What is it today?
How can you not be romantic about Brewers baseball?
Yeah!
We got to get to the Rose. We check in with Steph Graham here in a minute.
Find it at the showroom. Take it home to make sure it's right. Vince Vitrano for Hunt's Flooring in Greenfield. Not some chain or corporate showroom. Hunt's is a family-run business specializing in beautiful, durable flooring from luxury vinyl to cozy carpet and timeless hardwoods. Find a great deal. Take the samples home and take your time. No high-pressure sales. The Hunt's team is patient, helpful, and ready to go when you're ready with your project. Visit Hunt's Flooring on Highway 100 or get started now at huntsflooring.com.
This week on What's on Tap with Sandy Max, your chance to win tickets to a meaningful musical night. You could win 2 tickets to Morgan Freeman's Symphonic Blues Experience with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra. Morgan Freeman will be there in person with his unmistakable voice and undeniable passion for the blues to take you on this soulful storytelling journey. Morgan Freeman's Symphonic Blues Experience with the MSO, November 2nd at the Riverside Theater. Tickets on sale now at PabstTheaterGroup.com. Tune into What's on Tap with Sandy Max this week from 6 to 8 for your chance to win.
Hey, this is WTMJ's Steve Scavidi here to talk about my brand new show, WTMJ Outdoors. We love the outdoors in the great state of Wisconsin and beyond. We're going to talk with outdoors experts, bicycling, resort owners, rock climbers, hunting and fishing, camping, all things Wisconsin outdoors. Join us every Saturday, 2 to 3, right here on 620 WTMJ.
It's WTMJ Outdoors, presented by Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
6:51.
Hey, Eric.
It's been a rough one, Steph.
It is a little different than yesterday. We have flooding on the roadway, 4145 north, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. 2 right lanes are blocked there, so we are seeing some significant slowdowns really at 4145 northbound all the way from the zoo to Highway Q. Also on the southbound side, typical with the construction there and now with this flooded roadway. We also just have a new crash into the newsroom. This is on the ramp from County F in Waukesha County to I-94 West. So seeing a little bit of congestion there on the traffic cams. And then 94 eastbound at US 18, the right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle there. And also still seeing this debris in the road. This is on 894 West at the ramp from 27th Street North. You can expect some lane closures there, so traffic moving a little slowly through there as well as volume continues to increase this morning. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Heavy rain moving through and much of it moving out over the lakefront this morning. Later today, partly sunny and warm, a high of 82. Tonight, clear skies, 65 for your low. The rest of the week then, mostly sunny skies, highs in the low to mid 80s.
Right now, 69 degrees at 6:53. Your forecast sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating. Everyone's been fighting, well, not everyone, but a lot of people have been fighting back the floodwaters. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Lori Nickel. How's your basement, Lori?
It's okay for now. It's still a little damp, but it's better than it was, 48 hours ago or whatever.
It's the worst when, you're not near it. I had PTSD last night and the night before when I'd wake up to the rain and be like, oh, I got to go check it one more time just to make sure it's not coming back.
The trust and the deal that we had with Mother Nature has been broken because I've never seen anything like this before. My street was a river, and it was a river of 2.5 feet of water. So, yeah, I'm having a little bit. Even just an hour ago, I woke up like, oh, my gosh, here we go again. What's going on outside? So, yeah, kind of scary, not fun, a lot of work, a lot of a mess.
What's interesting is you have a guest at the house who's from Australia. And has Guest been helping with the flooding situation? How are they dealing with this?
Oh, our poor friend Flynn Whitmore flew in from Australia on Friday night, and I met him on the banjo tour 2 years ago when I went to Ireland. And he's a musician. He's getting ready to play at Milwaukee Irish Fest for the first time, just 19 years old. And he's not even here a day. And in the middle of the night, when we see water coming over our windows, through our windows in our basement, and we see flooding coming up, and all of a sudden we're bailing out inches of water. We must have cleaned for 3 hours from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m., just bailing water, cleaning, trying to stay ahead of it. And the whole time I'm thinking, well, he must be tired because he's just slept through absolutely everything, the lightning, the storms, the slamming doors, us cleaning, throwing around, cupboards. I'm grabbing every towel I can find. Slept through it all like a champion 19-year-old musician can.
Jet lag is no joke.
Either that or he was just being coy about it. Hey, Flynn, a little help here maybe? He could have called up to him. Oh, no, I got jet lag.
No, he was out like a light. We were so impressed. I think at one time he slept 15 hours. That's how much that travel takes out of you. But, we were like, well, I told him the next day, I'm like, well, we would have gotten you if there was a tornado or something. And he would have helped. And he is such a great helper, such a great kid. But I don't know how you sleep through that. That was intense. I mean, our whole house was lit up with lightning, too. We were afraid to go outside. There were so many lightning bolts near us.
Well, and then you hear these nightmare stories about folks who are gone. I mean, this is peak vacation time right now. And I've heard stories of friends of ours who are out of the country or in Hawaii or some that are up north. And to know that this is happening and either to trust your house or to zip back isn't that easy.
Exactly. I'm on vacation this week, too, just to make sure, to be around Irish Fest and to do the stuff with Flynn. And I hate staycations. And we said so many times we're so glad we were home because the people around us got anywhere from 5 inches to 2 feet in their basement, 2 feet of water. And if we hadn't been home, we would have totally been in the same scenario. So I feel bad for everybody. We're surrounded by people with dump trucks or dumpsters and bagsters. Yeah, there's damage everywhere in Waukesha County. So I was glad I was home, too. This is the only time ever I would say that.
Where can we see Flynn at Irish Fest? That's kind of what I want to know.
So this is a really cool story. This happens only at Irish Fest. He's going to be playing with a band called Gadon, and they also feature a banjo player named Enda Skal And what's crazy is Enda, who used to be with We Banjo 3, if you remember them at all, he's from Ireland. He's from Galway. The band Gadan is from Italy. And Flynn is going to join them for a couple of songs, and he's from Australia. And that can only happen at Milwaukee Irish Fest. It's just awesome.
Oh,
and they have,
awesome.
I think, an American fiddle player playing with them, too. So they'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's called Gadan, Gadan.
Gadan, we'll need it. We'll dry out and enjoy some music and smile for a change.
Right?
My goodness.
For sure.
Lori, thank you so much.
Fun.
Stay dry.
Thanks so much, guys. Take care.
The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Lori Nickel. Business headlines next here at 6:58, sponsored by Horicon Bank. Together doing good, horiconbank.com, the natural choice.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Significant rain in southeast Wisconsin leads Wisconsin State Fair organizers to cancel its final day. Wisconsin State Fair Park CEO Sherry Black said organizers are assessing the economic impact of the rain, though the fairground appears to have avoided major damage. Heartland's Village Board is considering eminent domain for a Waukesha State Bank-owned property. The bank is considering building a branch on the land, which it has owned since 2014. Milwaukee Irish Fest organizers are hoping to reach younger audiences through new music and dance acts. This includes performances by the Gardner Brothers, siblings who gained fame on social media for Irish dancing during this week's festival. I'm Logan Hansen for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
Doing banking differently since 1896. Greg Matzik here for Horicon Bank. Think about that for a second. Over 100 years of focus on the community and your business. At Horicon Bank, financing requests can be approved in days, not weeks, because your banker understands you and your business. And yes, Horicon Bank is expanding, but they've not lost that community-minded feel. I trust Horicon Bank. I've connected with Horicon Bank, and I invite you to do the same. It's Horicon Bank, truly the natural choice, member FDIC.
I know you have a great dog, right? But you know there's room for improvement. At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we can help. Our attention-based training system uses modern technology to help you better communicate with your dog, even in high distraction. When you schedule a free consultation with us, you will have the opportunity to see our training in action and meet for yourself our happy dogs off leash and under control. Contact Sit Means Sit today at 262-361-3641 or find us on the web at sitmeansitwaukesha.com to schedule your free consultation so you can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog.
It's summer now, but you know what's coming down the pike? Yup, cold weather and high heating bills. Gene Miller here, and now is a great time to order new windows from my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. With national brands like Anderson, Pella, Marvin, and Softlight, Hometown can offer replacement windows that fit every home, style, and budget. Whether you're looking for wood, Fibrex, fiberglass, or vinyl, Hometown has a product for you. August is Marvin month. Call or stop in to win a Yeti cooler. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. Visit hometownwindows.com today.
Hi, I'm Rose Gray with Fox World Travel, and if Alaska is on your must-see list next summer, don't wait too long. Our exclusive guided Alaska land and sea journeys with Holland America are filling up fast. We send hundreds of travelers from Wisconsin on these most sought-after experiences to visit Alaska. Interested in a shorter inside passage cruise? Ask about a 7-night Princess cruise. Don't just picture Alaska, live it. Alaska is more popular than ever and booking fast. Visit Fox World Travel online or call 866-GO-FOX-GO.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Think you've got more heat in your cannon? Well, last time told a different tale.
Swing and a miss. He gassed them up. He blew them away. 102 miles an hour.
It's the Brewers and Pirates in Milwaukee. Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:05 on the home of the Brewers. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
7:01. Let's get right to the roads. Check in with Steph Graham. Hey, Steph.
Hey, Eric. Yep, we still have this flooding on the roadway on 4145 northbound, a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road, giving us issues all morning. The two right lanes are blocked there, already a congested area, so we are seeing some significant slowdowns there. Also, we got stuff lit up all over the map here. We have I-94 east at US 18. The right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle there. We do have this debris still in the road on 894 westbound at the ramp from 27th Street North. Some lane closures there due to debris. And then we also have this crash here at 4394 North, about a mile beyond Howard Avenue. The left shoulder is blocked due to a crash there. So messiness all over the system. And not causing major slowdowns at this point with a lack of volume, but we can expect that to be increasing soon. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Severe weather rolling through the area less than an hour ago, hitting portions of southeast Wisconsin. WTMJ's Adam Roberts is live in the Breaking News Center. What do we got, Adam?
Right now, all the severe weather well out of the area, just a lot of rain north and west of Milwaukee at this point. Heads up for boaters in the Sheboygan area. We're hearing from the Weather Service there could be some water spouts popping up over the water as the storms from earlier move out over Lake Michigan. They have a marine warning up there. Also have a new flood advisory for Waukesha County that runs until 8:30 this morning. So you'd see some more flooding in those low-lying areas. And then heads up, after this rain moves through, we'll have a dry spell, but we are watching some more rain that's right now near the Rockford, Illinois, and Janesville areas. And that could be moving into our area later today. We'll have your full forecast coming up in about 7 minutes.
As for outages, we have a large number again. Nearly 20,000 We Energies customers are in the dark right now. The majority of them in Waukesha County. Right now, Waukesha County is looking at more than 12,000 customers without power. Milwaukee's got about 4,000. Lots of people calling that in. So as We Energies will always say, don't assume that they know. So you can always call them or get to the website on your phone there if you need to submit an outage.
This latest round of rain comes as storm recovery efforts continue across the area after historic flooding from the weekend.
Governor Tony Evers issued a state of emergency Monday while touring storm damage in Wauwatosa. Tosa Mayor Dennis McBride is asking people to stay away from the downtown area while recovery efforts are underway.
If you're thinking of going down there, please don't go down there. It won't help our public works people. It won't help our police and fire people.
Meanwhile, Milwaukee County is encouraging residents to call 211 to report any property damage.
We want to collect all the damage information with the help of the governor's office and present it to FEMA to see if we can get some emergency relief.
Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
In other news, Milwaukee Police Association, the police union, says the new curfew rule might not be the best tool to fight violence.
Milwaukee Police Association President Alex Ayala tells WTMJ enforcement used to be more simple when officers had more time to patrol.
When I was a young police officer and you had, maybe more time on the street, to enforce curfew, yes, you grab a couple of teenagers that are walking in the middle of the night, you take them home.
Ayala says today's officers have a much heavier workload with more serious crimes.
So I don't think enforcing a curfew law is going to do much because other priority calls are just going to take away from you trying to enforce curfew. It's such a low priority call.
Nizer Spencer, WTMJ News.
Another 90-day extension in the trade war truce between the United States and China. Both countries announced the delay hours before sky-high triple-digit levies were set to go into effect today. The new deadline will keep tariffs on Chinese imports at 30%, while China's duties on U.S. imports will remain at 10% for now.
Coming up soon to be face-to-face. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:05.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Ever heard of omakase? It's the hottest dining trend in Milwaukee, and at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel, they're taking omakase to a whole new level. Imagine an intimate chef-guided journey through multiple courses of fresh, artfully crafted sushi prepared right in front of you. On What's on Tap with Sandy Max this week, I'll talk with the St. Kate team about this unforgettable experience, and you'll get a sneak peek at a special tribute dinner coming this fall for serious food lovers. Don't miss this delicious conversation on What's on Tap with Sandy Max, Thursday starting at 6.
John Mercure here for Serta Pro Painters. They painted the outside of our house. It was fantastic. I've got a big deck. They really had to navigate on 2 levels. The guys took their time. They paid attention to detail. They did it right around the deck. My whole house looks fantastic. Trim and siding. It's great. It's Serta Pro Painters. Schedule fills up fast, so now's the time to plan your project. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Serta with a C for your home or business. Each Serta Pro Painters business is independently owned and operated. They are the best. They're Serta Pro Painters.
Academic Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368.
Don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval. Get the pre-approval listing agents and sellers recognized as better than the rest. The rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from AccuNet. Get yours by clicking on the blue button at accunet.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:08.
The Brewers have now won 10 in a row, and we've got water on the roadways. We'll get you traffic in 2 minutes. We'll celebrate the Brewers in 7.
Crews in Pennsylvania have recovered the body of a second victim in yesterday's deadly explosion at a U.S. steel plant. They'd been searching through the rubble when the blast occurred at the Clairton Coke Works near Pittsburgh. Clairton Mayor Richard Latanzi.
Some people are not going to see the same husband or son or somebody that's working the mill, and it's just a sad day for Clairton.
In February, 2 workers at this plant were injured after a buildup of gas exploded, causing minor injuries.
President Trump still planning to meet with Russia President Vladimir Putin on Friday. That would take place in Alaska. The president says ending the war would be good for both Russia and Ukraine, but he's not ready to say a deal is imminent.
I expect to have a meeting with Putin that I think it'll be good, but it might be bad. And I'm here for one reason, to get rid of a war that somebody else started.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky will not be in attendance at that summit.
A 17-year-old boy's been arrested for a shooting that injured one person in Oshkosh Saturday. A man was taken to the hospital for gunshot wounds but is expected to survive. The teenager taken into custody for first-degree attempted homicide and other charges.
Steph Graham is covering the roads. We'll check in with her in 60 seconds.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Fleet Farm is the place to fuel up, earn rewards, and save every day. Fleet Rewards credit card holders can earn 5% back in rewards on qualifying purchases made with a Fleet Rewards credit card, including 5% back on fuel at our Fleet Farm gas marts. While you're there, fill up on a hot dog, popcorn, and 20-ounce drink, all for just $1.99 at participating locations. Stop in and start earning more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm. Subject to credit approval. See a team member for details.
Our featured sponsor on this week's Home Improvement Showcase, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is Ridgetop Exteriors.
7:10, right to the road. Steph Graham in for Debbie Lazaga.
Yeah, Eric, and we are seeing some significant slowdowns in a few areas of the interstate. 43 north, about a mile beyond the ramp from Moreland Road. Right shoulder blocked there due to a crash that is causing some slowdowns there on the Rock Freeway. And then we also still have our flooded roadway, 4145 north, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. The 2 right lanes are blocked there, so it's been slow going there all morning. And then we are also seeing slowdowns here on 4394 north, about a mile beyond Howard Avenue. The left shoulder is blocked due to a crash there. So plenty of areas to be on alert as you get out this morning, and several other disabled vehicles and things across the system as well. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The severe weather is now past us. We're still going to see some rain this morning, though. It will stop. We still have a little bit more rain yet today, but then sunny and warmer, a high of 82. Tonight, clear, a low of 65. Then, this is great news, Wednesday through Saturday, sunny in 80s every day, so we will get to dry out. We need that sorely at the moment. Right now, 7:12, it's 74 degrees.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Erik Bilstad.
Erik, along with Michelle Richards, in for Vince Vitrano. So the weather is making its presence known again this morning, and with that is coming a new pop-up of outages. Joining us from We Energies is Amy Johns, friend of the program. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning.
It seems like this number has really skyrocketed over the past hour or so. From what we're looking at, Amy, it looks like 20,000 customers now without juice. Is this just from that recent storm?
Yeah, so this morning we saw some heavy winds that came ahead of that thunderstorm that came through just a short time ago, and that is when we started to see our power outage numbers climb. We are seeing that trees are down from those heavy winds, and with already that saturated ground, we knew that could possibly happen because the ground is so wet. The good news is that we still have all of our mutual assistant crews from this weekend storm still in that can help assist our own Army of We Energies crews. So we're hoping to get our power outages down by the end of today, which is great news.
Are crews still running into a lot of issues? I mean, I can't imagine the current rains are doing you any favors.
Crews are ready to respond, whether it's snow and ice, rain, wind. They're trained for this type of weather. They're trained to be out there in this time. So, they're ready to go. And now that the rain looks like it's kind of slowing down, they'll be getting out there in force. I think the really important thing for your listeners to know is that if they are out of power, they need to give us a call. We don't always know about their power outages, so giving us that call, letting us know the areas that are affected will help us respond quicker to those power outages.
And the easiest way to do that is to call which number?
You can give us a call or go to our website, we-energies.com, or you can call us at 800-662-4797.
And one more time, Amy? Sound like a commercial. Sorry, go ahead.
662-4797.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure you got it in there one more time. Thank you, Amy. No, it's been a busy few days for everybody, so appreciate the update.
You're welcome.
Amy Johns from We Energies. So right now we are at 20,000 customers without power. The majority of them right now are in Waukesha. So that's more than 12,000 in Waukesha alone. And as Amy said, we expected that there could be some strong winds with this. That was part of the forecast. So it sounds like those winds wreaked havoc there before the storms came through. So said by the end of the day, everyone should be up and running. Hopefully, if not before then.
Hold tight.
7:15. Got at least this to make you smile. The Brewers keep writing movie scripts. WTMJ's Erik Bilstad here. The markets have been unpredictable, and if you're close to retirement, that uncertainty can be stressful. So how do you protect your savings while still growing your investments? That's exactly what Drake & Associates helps Wisconsinites do. Since 2002, they've guided good people to make great decisions about retirement with their exclusive Retirement Roadmap, a comprehensive holistic approach to planning. Right now, they're offering a complimentary retirement toolkit featuring Tony Drake's book, Get Retirement Ready, plus 5 guides to help you navigate market ups and downs with confidence. To claim yours, call or text Drake to 414-400-4692. That's Drake to 414-400-4692.
Drake & Associates, LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates, LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Hi, I'm Erik Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, reminding you to double-check your home. Siding Unlimited is the proven exteriors professionals for 31 years. Family-owned and locally operated right here in Wisconsin. Call Siding Unlimited and visit sidingunlimited.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
Yeah, I've been critical. I haven't seen it, but there's no way that the Fantastic Four movie is this good.
And he drills it in the air deep into right center field. He's admiring it as it goes back towards the wall, and it is gone. A leap by Canario, but it's out for a solo home run for Yelly.
Eric loved the movie, but he didn't say he admired it. So I'm just saying. Christian Yelich puts the Brewers up 2-1 early in the game. They'd win the contest 7-1 against the Pirates, the series opener. They continue to have the best record in all of baseball, but let's not forget what the Crew has done to get to this point. WTMJ host of Brewers Extra Innings, Dom Catronio, breaks it down.
In May, the Brewers were 4 games under 500, even had 2 team meetings in the span of a couple of weeks. Then in June, they were even 6.5 games back of the Chicago Cubs. But now as they wake up on August 12th, they're 6.5 games up on those same Cubs. Christian Yelich explains.
I think I said it was going to be all right, and that it's all part of the baseball season, and that you never know what you're going to see. They weren't even bad team meetings. It was just like, hey, guys, like, what's going on, basically, or we knew we still had a lot of time to right the ship.
Courtesy Adam McCalvey of MLB.com. For WTMJ, I'm Dominic Catronio.
Yeah, thank you, Dom. And the Crew go for 11 straight tonight. Do you remember the teams meeting era of this? This year? Like, they're having a teams meeting. They're having another teams meeting.
Yeah, oh my gosh, you thought they were going to sell the whole thing?
Oh man, it was over. I think we sounded the alarm. I think at one point. No, not anymore. The Crew are top of the MLB. A good one today at the Yard. It's Freddie Peralta on the mound, and you know who the Pirates are sending.
Paul Skeens.
Yeah, it's a good one, man. This is going to be some marquee baseball. First pitch, 6:40 at AmFam Field. Our coverage right here on WTMJ starts at 6.
So that means if they win tonight, they'll go for burgers tomorrow afternoon. That'll be a day game.
The energy is going to be unreal.
Burgers are going to be flying around AmFam in celebration.
Just shoot them out of the gun. It's like that. This should be T-shirts here. We got burgers instead. Back to work for the Pack. The only public practice of the week today at Ray Nitschke Field, 10:30 this morning. Now, we read reports yesterday. It was an up and down practice yesterday, but the thing that garnered the most attention, the lengthy discussion that quarterback Jordan Love had with LaFleur and some of the trainers. Now, multiple reports pointed out Love's left thumb was taped. That is not his throwing hand, so good news there. Love didn't miss any reps either, but something that will continue discussions and will be the talking point on your favorite sports talk show today.
How can you not be romantic about Brewers baseball?
Yeah.
Here's the secret no one's telling you about those trendy weight loss shots. Many people gain the weight back after stopping, but there's a better way. Using the Milwaukee Weight Loss proprietary natural-based program, we've helped thousands of people not just lose weight, but keep it off long-term. You can lose up to 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 8 weeks while protecting your muscle mass. No side effects, no rebounds. Ready to transform your body for life? You can do this. Schedule your free consultation today at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scafidi. I dropped 40 pounds with Milwaukee Weight Loss. No crazy workouts, no meal kits or shakes, and definitely no meds or injections. They helped reset my metabolism, and the weight's actually stayed off. It's been a game changer for me. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Schedule your free consultation today by calling 262-393-2334. One more time, 262-393-2334. Or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
A buck doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee, Waukesha, Fort Atkinson, and Jefferson. Griffin, the buck stops here, the deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
WTMJ's Erik Bilstad here for Tri-County Contracting. You've heard about Tri-County Contracting and their worry-free roof tune-up. You've heard about their instant roof quote. But don't forget, Tri-County Contracting also handles windows. Our project at my home moving right along right now, and the process has been so easy and thorough. It's nice when you can trust the team you're working with and know that they are looking out for you. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and also windows. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. Right to the roads with Steph Graham.
Oh, yes. And we have our flooded roadway still here, 4145 northbound. We've been watching this all morning. That's about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. Cars are moving slowly through there. The two right lanes are blocked. Already a congested area there, so give yourself plenty of time. Also seeing slowdowns here now on 4394 northbound. Here we have a crash about a mile beyond Howard Avenue. The left shoulder is blocked, and that is causing some significant slowdowns through there. Also seeing slowdowns on the Rock Freeway due to a right shoulder blocked with a crash. That's on 43 northbound, about a mile beyond the ramp from Moreland Road. And still looking pretty good on 94. We do have some disabled vehicles along the way, but traffic is moving along pretty smoothly there so far. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
It's like rain.
Really appreciate all the texts coming in on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and text line. Keep them coming. Be our eyes and ears, something you're seeing or hearing. Text 855-616-1620 and let us know, and we'll make sure to get that out to the folks. Forecast sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. The most severe of that weather rolling past us now at the moment. Still some rain lingering. Joining us on Wisconsin's Morning News Storm Team 4, Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky. Boy, Niz, it's been a few hours, huh? The last couple of days, holy cow.
I know. And then this morning we get going right in the morning rush, slammed with some pretty good storms that rolled through, some strong wind with them. But obviously our biggest concern is additional rainfall. Now we have this, the main wave is pushing through. I don't like seeing some back building back towards like Rockford, northern Illinois. Some of that storm activity, I was just looking at some of the short-term models, brings that into southeastern Wisconsin. So we might have some more downpours to go this morning. And then I would say late morning, midday, we catch a break, and then there's a slight chance of a couple pop-up storms developing this afternoon. So we're not looking at a repeat of, a couple nights ago, but with the ground so saturated, with rivers still at flood stage, any additional rain is going to briefly ramp things back up.
Looking ahead here, it looks like we have mostly sunny skies, at least for the rest of the week. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s, looking good. But how long is it going to take with these temperatures and sunny skies, for us to dry out? Like, I'm thinking about my kids' soccer fields that are underwater right now.
This is not helping this morning. This is just really setting us back. So we basically lose a day on our progress when you throw in, many locations probably approaching an inch of rainfall already. I've yet to look at the rain gauges yet this morning, but yeah, it just sets us back a little bit as far as like that nature. Now, again, I don't think we're going to go all the way backwards to what we were dealing with early Sunday morning, but this one thing that's interesting is and I think a good example of what I'm talking about is we've been watching the Fox River in Waukesha, and last night it hit a crest. Roughly around 6-7 o'clock, it hit a crest at 8.56, I believe it was, and then it started to, or 5.8, and then it started to slowly go down. And we're thinking, okay, you're good. But now, just with the rain this morning, it's starting to slowly go back up. So maybe we have another run at that 8.8 record for today. Now, do I think it's going to jump up to 10 feet because of the rain today? No, but when you look at the graph and you look at how the line is moving, it was starting to slowly go down, and now it's starting to go back up a little bit with the rain this morning.
Oh, what's so amazing, too, is how quickly the outages just multiplied this morning. A couple of hours ago, there really weren't that many, Brian, and then we had this surge come through, the strong winds that came with this storm, and now we have more than 21,000 We Energies customers in the dark, assuming that some of that soft land has something to do with that. Saturated areas, heavy limbs already, these trees, and then down they go.
Yeah, and even the root systems, especially with the pine trees, they have pretty shallow roots. So you get a wind that might not even be severe. Maybe it's 50 miles an hour, and that could topple trees. And but on the radar, I'm kind of assessing things myself. But on the radar, when these storms rolled through, it was justified to issue that severe thunderstorm warning because there were some pretty good spikes, some pretty good hits on the radar that showed maybe some 60-mile-per-hour potential. And if you get that with the waterlogged ground, yes, it's going to take down some trees. Especially southern Ozaukee County, maybe far northern Milwaukee County as well, looks like sustained some of the strongest wind gusts.
Can we talk about something that'll make you smile for half a second? Can we do that?
That sounds good. I'm exhausted. No.
I don't know. I'm starting to smell hamburgers again. It's just kind of floating. It's just floating into the room here now. All of a sudden, it smells like hamburgers. Here we go.
Dude, they're 30 games above 500. I mean,
they're never going to lose again, Brian.
It's just have you ever? I mean, for us as Brewer fans who have been through a lot. Has there ever been a time that you felt certain that they would win every night?
Seriously,
like, you expect them to win. You expect them to win.
I totally thought. I assumed they'd win on Sunday. They're down 5-0. Told Michelle, I'm like, yeah, never concerned. It's all house money now. It's just like, oh no, yeah, of course they're gonna win.
This Magic ride, I mean, enjoy it now. A lot of people say, oh well, wait, you win it in October and blah, 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 and this and that and that. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that we can't enjoy the ride in the middle of August. Like this is the time when, usually it's kind of a little downtime or whatever, and we have hands down the best team in baseball by a long shot.
Yes.
And it's so fun. Euchre Magic, let's get those burgers. Burgers would make this even more special. So we got to close the deal these next 2 days. Yep.
All right, yes, sir. Hey, Brian, thank you to you and your team. I know you guys have been cranking here for several days in a row here, so appreciate it.
100%. So Lauren Larson, our newest meteorologist, I think she's officially one of those meteorologists that bring the jinx of bad weather when she first shows up. She's got thrown right into the ringer.
Yep. Well, she's doing great. Appreciate you guys.
Great. Yep. See you guys.
7:28 News About Your Money here on the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management and Market Update. So right now, an hour from the bell. So this comes off. Today was deadline day for the U.S. and China trade situation. That's been paused now for another 90 days as they still figure that out. But here we are, an hour from the bell. All stock futures are up at the moment. AnnexWealth.com, Annex Wealth Management on 728.
Welcome to The Knowledge Brokers, a weekly feature covering the dynamics of the insurance market, how it affects Wisconsin businesses and residents. It's sponsored by the original Knowledge Broker, R&R Insurance. And joining me today is Jeff Salazinski, Executive Vice President of Insurance Operations. Jeff, we've talked about the consequences of buying insurance on price alone and the risks that come with that. Tell us what else is important here.
Sure, Vince. Great to be here again. If you really want protection for your business or your personal assets like your home or auto, it's critical you're working with an insurance professional who takes time to explain the details. As we've discussed, the consequences on the downside are severe. Insurance policies have coverage limits and sublimits. You need to understand if those limits are adequate. Insurance policies do not cover every conceivable loss. You need to discuss the exclusions with your agent. Vince, insurance policies are contracts. They can be complex, but they don't have to be. We address these issues every day with our clients.
So what should folks listening take away? What's really important?
Vince, it's important you work with a partner that understands insurance coverage in depth and can market your business to ensure you're getting high-quality coverage and a competitive price as well. You can have both.
So why should a business or family work with R&R Insurance?
At R&R, we understand insurance coverage and dynamic market conditions. We understand how to present your account to an underwriter in the most favorable light. And at R&R Insurance, we've been helping clients for almost 50 years. If you're looking for a better insurance purchasing experience, you should sit down and talk to us. At R&R Insurance, we know business insurance.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Thanks for the great info, Jeff.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Bureau of Labor Statistics releasing new numbers today. This isn't about jobs, however. This is about inflation. Economists had been predicting the consumer price index would be higher in July. The estimate slightly higher. 3 people shot and killed in an Austin, Texas Target parking lot on Monday. The gunman captured across town after it happened. Police say they found out that he has a history of mental health issues. New records released today on the mass shooting in another Texas town, Uvalde.
The new trove of documents shows that school administrators had been aware of problems with locks on the doors at Robb Elementary School before the shooting deaths of 21 people. It also said some teachers would leave doors unlocked or prop them open. It's thought the teenage gunman walked unimpeded into the building on May 24, 2022, and opened fire.
ABC's Jim Ryan in Dallas. Massive explosion at a steel plant outside Pittsburgh leaves 2 people dead and 10 injured. Those nearby said it was so loud their homes shook. This is ABC News.
It is messy all over the roads. Give yourself plenty of time this morning as you head out. We are still dealing with the flooded roadway on 4145 northbound, about a mile beyond County Line Road. 2 right lanes are blocked there. Traffic is moving through, but it is moving slow. Also, on the text line, we did get some information that a driver saw some flooding on the roadway. This is 43 southbound, just a little south of Shorewood through the River West area. You may see a little bit of flooding there, and we are seeing some slowdowns on the map, so give yourself some extra time there. Also seeing slowdowns 4394 northbound, about a mile beyond Howard Avenue. The left shoulder is blocked due to a crash. And the Rock Freeway, 43 north, about a mile beyond the ramp from Moreland Road. The right shoulder is blocked there, also due to a crash. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Heavy rain at times. That rain will end, although we are watching another cell that is just at the border now, just north of Rockford, Illinois, and that's moving our direction. After that, though, everything will start to dry off for several days. Partly sunny and warm today, high of 82. Tonight, clear, 65, and then sunny and 80s the rest of the week, and we need it. Checking the rain right now. Let's get right to it. WDTMJ's Adam Roberts live in the Breaking News Center.
You mentioned it, Eric. We do have a little spot of dry now. There is still rain north of Milwaukee in the Zaki and Washington County areas, but we do have another blob that is starting to work its way north of the state line now into about Walworth County, kind of moving right along the Rock Freeway to the northeast, and that would target the Milwaukee and Waukesha areas later on this morning. We do have a new flood advisory for Waukesha County that runs until 8:30 this morning. Checking the map from We Energies right now, still about just under 22,000 customers without power. A lot of that, as we heard earlier this morning from spokesperson Amy Johns, was due to some of those high winds we saw from earlier storms that knocked some trees down. So we'll keep an eye on those levels throughout the morning as this next line of rain is set to move through later. We'll have your full forecast coming up in about 7 minutes.
Governor Tony Evers declared a state of emergency as communities across southeast Wisconsin recover from flooding and storm damage. Some municipalities are offering bulk pickup as people are cleaning up damage to their homes. Waukesha County Executive Paul Farrow tells WTMJ.
Menominee Falls, Muskego, some of New Berlin, and Brookfield are kind of our higher impact areas. And they all have agreements for waste removal right now, picking up your weekly, garbage. Those companies will work with the municipalities to do large removal.
Milwaukee County, meanwhile, is encouraging people to call 211 to report property damage, such as flooded basements and collapsed walls.
A man from Appleton dead after a drowning in Lake Michigan. The Milwaukee Harbor Patrol found that man floating face down in the water while on active boat patrol on Sunday morning. Meanwhile, a man from Illinois dead after a drowning in Delavan Lake.
33-year-old Musammed Husani was found unresponsive on a boat. Police responded just after 5:40 on Saturday near Lake Lawn. He appeared to have entered the water from the boat, started to struggle, and then went under. He died from his injuries at the hospital. Husani was wearing a life preserver, but it was too small to be useful. Elizabeth Linton, WTMJ News.
We're working to learn more as crews have responded to a reported fire on Milwaukee's west side. Our partners at TMJ4 News report multiple people have been evacuated onto an MCTS bus near 28th and Wisconsin. No word on any injuries.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:35. The news brought to you by J&J Contractors. Visit jjcontractorsllc.com.
Ready to upgrade your home's exterior? Family owned and operated since 1983, J&J Contractors specializes in top quality windows, doors, and siding that enhance your home while increasing its value and energy efficiency. From modern vinyl siding to stylish fiberglass doors, and from double hung windows to sliding glass doors, they have the perfect solutions for your home. Contact them today for a free consultation. Just search online J&J Contractors or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Guthrie and Fry. I love Guthrie and Fry. I've got their water softener, the salt delivered right to the basement. Their RO system, which filters the water in our house. What we drink, what we cook with, is crisp, clean, clear. It's Guthrie and Fry water conditionings, the best in the business. They also provide well pump system service, routine service, and emergency service for when you need it. They've been doing that since 1974. At Guthrie and Fry, they know that better water makes a big difference. The teams I trust are at Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning.
Looking for books, movies, digital tools, exciting programs, and more? Milwaukee County Public Libraries have it all, totally free. One library card opens the doors to all 27 public libraries in the county. Kids can dive into story times and STEAM kits full of fun and discovery, while adults can join book clubs, sharpen career skills, or take online classes in everything from tech to language learning. Head to findmylibrary.org to begin exploring libraries and open up a world of unlimited access to learning and fun.
Leading a nonprofit takes just the right mix of skills, experience, and passion. It is not easy to find those people. But Spano Pratt can help. They specialize in executive recruiting within the nonprofit world. From candidate discovery to assessment and selection, all the way to onboarding and executive coaching. The team at Spano Pratt is full of experts who identify talent that align with your purpose and mission. Go to
whatever that thing is called.
All right. Well, if you go to the rotisserie thing.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
With the bars that turn.
Well, I think Quick Trip chicken,
yes.
like that, we will eat our dinner from Quick Trip like any day of the week. It's delicious, right?
You literally took the words right out of my mouth. Yes.
Okay, so that's what I think. But apparently there are some gas stations out there that just are really fancy, and there's a kind of a new list of recommendations.
A new Yelp survey finds the best gas station food is at the Tioga Mart and Whoa Nelly Deli, just outside Yosemite National Park in California, where they serve up lobster taquitos and buffalo meatloaf. Number 2 on the list, the Hillbilly Hideout Truck Stop in Ozark, Arkansas, where you can get fried alligator at 3 a.m. Unco's Kitchen at the Shell Station in Silverdale, Washington is 3rd, with Hawaiian Loco Moco on the menu. Fans rate El Carajo in back of a mobile in Miami 4th for the seafood paella. Number 5, the pulled pork and ribs at 3 Bay Barbecue and Bakery in Chesterfield, Missouri. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
And Buc-ee's isn't even on the list because aren't they supposed to be known?
Oh, yeah, they got brisket and stuff.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Well, is Buc-ee's really a gas station? But like when you go to the ballpark, do you really want sushi?
Right, seafood. Am I
Like,
getting
do you need
lobster
paella?
from the local gas
No,
station?
I mean, really? I mean, now, in a truck stop, too, does that count? I mean, when you think gas station, you think Quick Trip or smaller, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not like these ginormous truck stops that have showers in them and everything.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Keep an eye out for those
I don't know.
places.
Paella.
Let us know how it is.
Next time I fill the tires up with some air and get some gas, I'm going to go get some seafood paella.
No, I'm gonna stick with Quick Trip. Chicken.
7:39. We got the roads next. This portion of the show is sponsored by Steinhoffels. You can visit them, steinhoffels.com.
If better sleep has been hard to come by, you're not alone, and the right mattress can make all the difference. That's why Helix Sleep and Steinhoffels have teamed up to bring their award-winning mattresses to Steinhoffels. Now you can try Helix in person, something you can't do just anywhere. Right now, Steinhoffels is offering 20% off all Helix mattress orders just for our listeners. Head to steinhoffels.com to learn more. Helix Sleep at Steinhoffels. Better sleep starts now.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you're so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Heart disease won't stop us. Diabetes won't slow us down. Allergies, high blood pressure, shoulder pain, cancer. Nothing will keep us from pushing Wisconsin ahead. Because with the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, forward progress is what we stand for. That means always pushing and always innovating. With new technologies and breakthrough treatments that make life better, whether we're sick or well. It means providing more convenience and more ways to receive medical excellence for all your health needs, for big and small. It means being there for you, our family, caring for yours. So let's keep raising the bar. Let's keep testing the limits of what medicine can do. Let's push ahead and make life here as great as it can be. Visit Freighter.com to find out how.
7:42. How are we looking now, Steph?
Oh, we're still not looking good. The map is still blowing up. Just a bunch of, luckily nothing too serious, but slowdowns all across the area with some minor crashes and things. Let's start to the north. We do still have this flooding on the roadway on 4145 north, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. 2 right lanes are blocked there, so it's been slow going there all morning. We are also seeing some pretty significant slowdowns on 43 southbound. This is from about Brown Deer Road to downtown, so give yourself some extra time there. Also seeing slowdowns on 4394 northbound, about a mile beyond Howard Avenue. The left shoulder is blocked there due to a crash. And then we also have this crash on the ramp from County F in Waukesha County to 94 westbound. So just be aware of that as well. I'm Steph Graham with your WTMJ traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast shows heavy rain and thunderstorms likely on Tuesday with humidity and temperatures in the low 80s. After the rain, we're looking at drying out. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you'll see those high temperatures in the mid to low 80s with mostly sunny skies, reaching the upper 80s with lots of sunshine for Saturday. I'm meteorologist Lauren Larson with the Storm Team 4 forecast on WTMJ.
Right now in Milwaukee, 69 degrees. Wisconsin's Morning News, Erik Bilstad along with Michelle Richards in for Vince Vetrano. Right now, Waukesha still has the most outages. Brand new rash of outages coming in from We Energies. So 13,000 in Waukesha County, another 5,000 in Milwaukee County, and then there's others as well. 2,000 some in Jefferson County. And it's really because of this most recent storm. So we had a storm roll in right around 6 a.m., and that thing really fired up some issues, especially because it had such strong winds attached to it. Amy Johns from the utility, she joined us earlier on the program. Here's what she said about it.
Yeah, so this morning we saw some heavy winds that came ahead of that thunderstorm that came through just a short time ago, and that is when we started to see our power outage numbers climb. We are seeing that trees are down from those heavy winds, and with already that saturated ground, we knew that could possibly happen because the ground is so wet.
So Amy says that they do have a lot of crews already on standby. They brought in a bunch of crews because of the weekend outside of their normal force. So they have all these extra hands already ready to go, which is helpful. They're hoping to get everything back by the end of the day today. But the numbers may pop up here a little bit more with all these outages just starting to be reported this morning from this latest storm. And as far as the weather goes, you heard Lauren say we should get another rain cell in here at some point. It may not hit everyone, but we are watching a cell storm that is rolling into the area. It's right around Janesville at the moment, and it's heading northeast. So we'll keep our eye on that storm as well. But then we should dry out. We have sports in 1 minute, and it's going to make you feel better.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. I mean, there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us.
Or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
So, Alex, why don't you tell us about Lion's Tail?
We've been brewing for 10 years, and now we're busy expanding into Milwaukee, trying to get on every shelf of every store and on tap at every restaurant.
How has Horicon Bank been a part of your story?
Horicon Bank understands the needs of small businesses versus working with a big bank. Horicon, they're much like a small business, just like we are. I know most of the people on that team. It's nice working with someone that understands your business.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
So we keep saying that there's a Brewer script, right? And it's something like a movie. You know what? I'll tell you, Scorsese don't even write movies this good.
The Brewers just show up, they beat you, they yawn, and they get ready for another one tomorrow.
Yeah, right. How about this one?
Has there ever been a time that you felt certain that they would win every night?
Yeah, Brian Nisdansky on the call.
He's
but
not
for real.
wrong.
It's seriously, that about sums it up.
Nick Gonzalez, first pitch, swinging bunt, fielded by Miller, throws to first in time, and this ball game is over. A 1-2-3 ninth inning for Shelby Miller, and the Brewers win it 7-1. They have won their 10th game in a row, and they are 30 games above 500. How can you not be romantic about Brewers baseball?
You said it.
Moneyball.
Billy Bean / Brad Pitt. Man, Brad Pitt loves Brewers baseball. They are rolling. That's another 10-game winning streak they are currently on. They've got the best record in baseball, a 6.5-game lead on the Cubs in the division. Oh, and it's only August 12th. So the question needs to be asked, do we check the magic number?
You know, it's so funny. It's so funny that you're doing this because I literally thought this yesterday. I'm like, wonder what the magic
That
number
means that,
is.
no, but you're not, there's no way you're alone in thinking that. I'm sure it's been thought of again, and I'm not saying we're checking, but if we were, 39 is the magic number right now.
To make the playoffs, to clinch the postseason.
To clinch the postseason in any regard, whether that be wild card or division. Obviously shooting for division, obviously shooting for a number one seed would be incredible, but let's take what we can get. The number is 39, something to keep track of for the next month and a half. Let's see here. A good one tonight. Freddie Peralta is up on the mound against who?
Paul Skeens.
Yeah, so we got quite a headliner this evening at AmFam Field. First pitch, 6:40. Our coverage right here on WTMJ starts at 6.
So this would make it 11 in a row if and when they win tonight. So then that means if they win tonight, we'll go for burgers tomorrow afternoon.
During a day game.
So it'll be a day game. Does that mean that George Webb just gets rushed?
Oh, could you imagine? That would be the best thing that ever happened. By the way, none of this is free, so you're going to have to pay. But, yeah, come on in, George Webb.
They don't give away the free burgers until a later time.
They have a coordinated effort, which is probably a good move.
So everyone, attention. PSA announcement, leave George Webb alone.
And you will know right here we will have that day covered. But we still got work to do tonight and tomorrow. Meanwhile, the Packers are back at work today, the only public practice of the week before they head off to Indy. Now they prep for the Colts. The one kind of storyline, injuries obviously, but something to monitor. Jordan Love had his left thumb taped yesterday at practice following a lengthy discussion with the coach and the trainers. Nothing major, but every sports chyron you see and headline is going to be about that today.
How can you not be romantic about Brewers baseball?
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Each piece is specifically constructed for your home, always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, and built to create long-term energy savings. There is no reason to wait, because if you order by August 31st, you get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Yes, that's up to 5 years of no-interest payments, so don't miss out. Visit PellaWI.com today.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Get a clear picture of their eye health at Shopko Optical with back-to-school comprehensive eye exams. Vince Vetrano here for the experienced team at Shopko Optical, which can put your child at ease by encouraging them through the process and explaining their findings in a comfortable and relaxed environment. Feel confident that you're sending them back to class looking and feeling their best with personalized care and premium eyewear from Shopko Optical. Visit shopko.com to schedule an appointment today.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
The latest from Green Bay in a minute, but first, lots of issues we've been dealing with on the roadways. Hey, Steph.
Hey, Eric. Yup, we are seeing, and then we're also seeing all the typical slowdowns for this time of the morning as well. Let's take a look at those. 4145 northbound, the Zoo interchange to Highway Q. That is going to be a slow ride, especially due to that flooded roadway. They're about a mile beyond County Line Road. So give yourself plenty of time going through 4145, where it's usually slow anyway with all that construction. Then we're also seeing slowdowns on 4394 northbound, late into downtown is going to take you a few extra minutes. 43 southbound, Brown Deer Road to downtown is a significant trip as well. And the Rock Freeway, we've been having issues there for a while this morning as well with a crash. If you're going from Highway 164 to the Hale interchange, give yourself plenty of extra time there. And just be safe as you navigate those roadways this morning. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Your WTMJ forecast, heavy rain this morning moving out. Actually, the heaviest stuff is like already in Michigan, Eric. Like this just flew right through. We are going to see partly sunny skies. It will be warm later.
It will be at least one more stretch of rain, it looks like, coming. There's another cell moving our way.
Then we get to
we'll be done.
The clear skies. High of 82 today. Tonight it's going to be clear, a low of 65. Then the rest of the week, mostly sunny skies. We'll see highs ranging from 80 on Wednesday and Thursday, all the way up to 86 on Saturday.
Your forecast sponsored by Dave Drakamp Heating.
Idea Man.
He's done it the right way.
Innovator.
I think when you look at this the Jordan Love era so far, from the night he was drafted and surprised to where he is now, I don't see any missteps.
And Packers Hall of Famer.
Jordan Love has just crushed it when it comes to how his approach is, and I think that's because that's authentically who he is.
It's time for Tausch on Wisconsin's Morning News. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and Kohler Services.
Tausch, I love this game that they're playing at camp right now in Green Bay. I'm sure there's been different types of this done over the years, but the defense has some game called Ball King, where there are three captains. So you got Xavier McKinney, Rashawn Gary, and Quay Walker, and they're all leading teams. And basically, whichever team has the most takeaways, they all have like a group of players on their team. Whoever has the most takeaways in camp, like, will win something, like will win like a wrestling belt or something like that. If you get the most points in practice, kind of changes things up a little bit, just makes it a little bit more palatable for those players day in and day out.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing coaches are always preaching is competition, and there is nothing. It doesn't matter if you're talking about the football field or, back in the old days when we'd play backgammon or euchre or sheep's head in the locker room. The competitive juices fly, and what you're always trying to get is the best performances from people. So obviously Jeff Hafley did a great job last season of getting that mindset of creating turnovers, and that is something that they've ramped up again. And I do think there's a lot of pride, and guys just like to be able to talk crap. And if Rashawn's team ends up beating Xavier's team, there's nothing more fun than some good-natured ribbing about how our team is kicking your team's keister in whatever the competition is. So that's a fun way to break up what would be a kind of a monotonous training camp. And from the coach's standpoint, you get to really pound on a point of emphasis and something that is really important for your team to win. So it was that back in the old days, we'd do offense versus defense, and there'd be a tote board on Red Zone who if the defense stopped us more, we'd have to do push-ups, or there'd be maybe a curfew that would be in place. So all of that, which you think sounds kind of like things you do at a day camp or when you'd send your kids off to a week camp, it kind of tells you that even though it's a professional football league and all the money and all this other stuff, it still just comes back to having fun and competing hard. And when you do that, everybody usually has a pretty good time.
Well, it sounds like Rashawn Gary's team is doing the best so far. McKinney told the Journal-Sentinel he wants to make some trades. He wants to cut a couple of guys off his team.
So, all right. So for everything I just said, building chemistry, I don't think that's what they're going for when you start saying, well, these guys stink, I don't want them on my team. That's the opposite of it, but that is the fun of it. And I think as long as you understand the ribbing part of it and you don't take it too personal, but yeah, that's fun. And I think everybody wants to win. Xavier obviously had a great season, and I can't wait, Erik, for your big, bold prediction. And you have a couple of weeks yet, but boy, you crushed it last year. I don't know if I think the key this year for you is limit it to one. Don't go out on two limbs. Just go out on one.
So last year, Michelle, my big, bold prediction was that Xavier McKinney would have 10 interceptions. And he was close, but he didn't get there. But Talish is alluding to the fact that I also made other bold predictions. Like, I can't even remember the kid's name. Whoever that kicker was, one of the ones we cut. I said he'd never miss a kick.
That was bold. I have to give you, it was definitely bold. But in your defense, I think through 6 weeks you were like way ahead. Xavier was trending way ahead of your bold prediction, which when you said it at first, like, wow, that is a big, bold prediction, and you almost came through.
Well, can any of us really predict anything? It's like filling out brackets, right? Like you're not going to win, right?
Well, come on now. It's supposed to be fun and bold, Michelle.
Well, Michelle, we're experts. When you're experts in certain fields, you should. No, I think the fun of it is you kind of make these predictions based on what you're hoping, and you think maybe it'll be different. Last year mine was that Josh Jacobs was going to break the all-time Packer rushing record, and he had a great season. He fell short, but it's just a fun little exercise to kind of gauge who you think is going to have a big season.
I love it.
I think Jordan Love is going to be great.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
is that bold?
For me,
Michelle,
it is.
Yeah, for me, the most fun thing I do with this and with Wilde is I love critiquing people's boldness. So we'll make sure we get you on the list this year, Michelle. So
awesome.
You have a couple of weeks to think about the boldness. I don't think you can't just come in and say, I think Jordan Love's going to be good. I don't know if that's going to be bold enough. You might get critiqued heavily if that is your prediction.
I'll come up with something.
All right, Tausch, back at it again tomorrow.
You bet. See you guys.
Tausch on Wisconsin Morning News, sponsored by Kohler Services and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Significant rain in southeast Wisconsin leads Wisconsin State Fair organizers to cancel its final day. Wisconsin State Fair Park CEO Sherry Black said organizers are assessing the economic impact of the rain, though the fairground appears to have avoided major damage. Heartland's Village Board is considering eminent domain for a Waukesha State Bank-owned property. The bank is considering building a branch on the land, which it has owned since 2014. Milwaukee Irish Fest organizers are hoping to reach younger audiences through new music and dance acts. This includes performances by the Gardner Brothers, siblings who gained fame on social media for Irish dancing during this week's festival. I'm Logan Hansen for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
Hey, this is WTMJ's Steve Scavini for QC Kinetics. You ever wake up with that pain in your back or your elbow? In my case, it's my elbow, or your knee or your other joints? Well, how about doing something about it? I went to QC Kinetics. I talked to Dr. Ashley Caravelli and their team and scheduled my treatments, 5 treatments throughout the summer, to make me feel better, to use my own body to help restore and repair this damaged joint, in my case, the elbow, using natural therapies, no surgery, none of the pills, no masking of the injuries that are bothering you. You can even bring your own x-rays and MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free no-pressure chat, and you can find out if you're a good candidate. Worst case, you learn something new about yourself. Do what I did. Go to QC Kinetics. You will find out what is ailing you. You'll help your body heal itself. Here's the number, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Don't wait. Call now. QC Kinetics.
Hey, Wisconsin, ready to jump into adventure? Grab your passport. Fox World Travel is throwing a free vacation showcase just for you. Discover why we're the state's top-rated agency, turning travel wishes into pinch-me realities. Chat with the experts, including Globus and more, and dive into everything: Epic Alaska, European escapades, serene cruises, and way more. Plus, snag deals you won't find anywhere else. It's all happening Saturday, September 20th at the EAA Museum in Oshkosh. Don't wait. Space is limited. Go to foxworldtravel.com to register now.
Hey, deal hunters, the shelves are loaded and our prices won't be beat at Fleet Farm. Get 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic oil for just $21.99 after $5 rebate. Take 30% off all Eukanuba dog foods. And all Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch 2X spray paints are buy one, get one 50% off. From pets to paints to pickups, let Fleet Farm help take care of all your day-to-day needs. Always at the best prices, guaranteed. And check out all our weekly deals at fleetfarm.com.
Built Right Furniture, Leather, and Mattress.
You gotta get to Built Right today.
Think you've got more heat in your cannon? Well, last time told a different tale.
Swing and a miss. He gassed him up. He blew him away. 102 miles an hour.
It's the Brewers and Pirates in Milwaukee. Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:05 on the home of the Brewers. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
8:02, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Right to the roads. Let's check in with Steph Graham, who's in for Debbie Laska. Hey, Steph.
Hey, Eric. Yeah, keeping me busy this morning, that's for sure. Slowdowns all over the system, mostly from various crashes. Let's start with some of the travel times. 94 eastbound Zoo to downtown is going to take you a few extra minutes there. Same with 41, 45 northbound, the Zoo interchange to Highway Q. That has been slow all morning. It doesn't help that we have the road closure, or not road closure, excuse me, flooded roadways on 41, 45 north, about a mile beyond the county line up there in the Germantown area. Then also 4394 northbound Lane to downtown is going to take you a few extra minutes. And 43 southbound Brown Deer Road to downtown is going to be about, that's going to be a significantly longer trip than usual as well. Also seeing delays 894 westbound Mitchell interchange to the Hale. And just taking a look at some of the incidents that we are keeping an eye on Highway 100 south at Hampton Avenue. The right lane is blocked due to an incident there. That's all the information I have there. This one also just getting here on the map. 175 south, about a half mile beyond 94 east. The right lane is blocked due to a crash there. So messiness all over the system. Give yourself plenty of extra time. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Still got some rain today. It will become sunny and warm eventually, a high of 82. Tonight, clear, a low of 65. So as for what we're dealing with at the moment, we've had one storm roll through. WTMJ's Adam Roberts live in the Breaking News Center. Adam, what do we got here?
Right now, that second round of rain, Eric, just starting to work its way into our area. The leading edge now right about McWanago. Kind of been moving northeast along the Rock Freeway all morning, and we got a bulk of rain now still back towards Walworth and into southern Waukesha counties. That's where a flood advisory is still in effect now, a new one until 8:30 this morning for those low-lying areas and rivers that are already inundated with so much rain. And we are seeing this leading edge again right around McWanago, working towards Waukesha, and we'll be into Milwaukee here shortly. We'll have your full forecast coming up in about 6 minutes.
Over 27,000 customers are without power following this morning's latest rounds of rain. Amy Johns with We Energy says high winds from the storms have knocked down trees.
With already that saturated ground, we knew that could possibly happen because the ground is so wet.
The bulk of the latest outages are focused in Waukesha County, with thousands also in the dark in Milwaukee and Jefferson counties.
The latest round of rain comes as storm recovery efforts continue across the area.
Governor Tony Evers issued a state of emergency Monday while touring storm damage in Wauwatosa. Tosa Mayor Dennis McBride is asking people to stay away from the downtown area while recovery efforts are underway.
If you're thinking of going down there, please don't go down there. It won't help our
public works people. It won't help our police and fire people.
Meanwhile, Milwaukee County is encouraging residents to call 211 to report any property damage.
We want to collect all the damage information with the help of the governor's office and present it to FEMA to see if we can get some emergency relief.
Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Folks waiting for a restoration company to assist with basement cleanup may feel compelled to tackle a portion of the project on their own.
Milwaukee Fire Chief Aaron Lipsky warns homeowners to be cautious.
We really want to caution people against going into any standing water.
The issues are twofold.
There's potential for electrocution.
A gas-fueled hot water heater can also cause issues.
If you smell any gas, call 911. We'll get out there. We can secure the gas because when that pilot light goes out, that gas can free flow. That creates a terribly explosive, hazardous environment for you.
There's also risk of backed up sewers leading to bacteria inside the home. Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
National Guardsmen may soon patrol the streets of Washington, D.C. by order of President Trump. The mayor, Muriel Bowser, pushing back against some of the president's comments regarding crime in the nation's capital, but says the district would follow the law. The D.C.'s Attorney General says the decision is unlawful and unnecessary and that they will look into further legal options.
Another 90-day extension in the trade war truce between the United States and China. Both countries announced the delay hours before sky-high triple-digit levies were supposed to go into effect today. The new deadline will keep tariffs on Chinese imports at 30%, while China's duty on U.S. imports will remain at 10% for now.
Coming up, an unorthodox solution to a common sleep issue. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:07.
It's there all day, and it never goes away. I hate pain. It robs us of so much. But if you take action today, your pain could be gone tomorrow. Because at Rejuvenex, we harness the power of Toradol and hyaluronic acid to calm the inflammation and cushion joints. Rejuvenex treatments are safe, they're FDA approved, and in most cases, insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pays for them. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, our treatments are affordable. It's not a gimmick. It's pharmacological medicine administered in office in a simple and convenient manner. And with it, our patients have been able to avoid risky surgery and begin to stop the onset of arthritis. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and here we've made pain treatment as easy and affordable as it can be.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Hi, I'm Erik Brown, owner of Outdoor Living Unlimited. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech decking installer. We install anything decks and more. Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited showroom and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:08.
A proposed AI data center coming to Wisconsin. 1,900-acre data center campus would be in Port Washington, be one of the country's largest. The mayor of Port Washington, Ted Neitzke, tells Wisconsin's Midday News.
We didn't want heavy manufacturing. We didn't want pollutants. We didn't want anything disrupting our natural resources. And then they came back and said, well, what about a data center? They're gigantic computer warehouses. They're becoming more efficient. They don't have a very large impact on the environment. They create jobs and become technology hubs. And we said, we're in.
First phase of the project would be completed by 2027.
A possible new treatment for the potentially deadly condition, sleep apnea, may lie in an ancient practice.
It's not the snores, it's the silence between the snores when breathing stops and starts during sleep. That's sleep apnea. Could this be the answer? Researchers in India say people who practiced the ancient ritual of shank blowing, or blowing into a conch shell for 15 minutes a day, had higher oxygen levels at night and were 34% less sleepy during the day compared to those who did the more customary deep breathing exercises. It was a small study. A larger trial is now being planned. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
8:09, we're going to get right to the roads here in 1 minute. Then we have some breaking music news, local music news. We'll get to that next.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Inspired Closets, something that can positively affect your mood, getting organized and clearing out the clutter. A well-rounded closet could be the most powerful room in your home. Inspired Closets can transform your closets or laundry room, your pantry, any space in your house. What separates Inspired Closets from the others? Their 3D design software and a culture that promises to build what you want and need. Call my friends Katie and Dan today, a wife-husband team ready to help. Inspired days start in Inspired Closets. InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
VinceFitzgerald.com.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns, it's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Vince Vitrano for Annex Wealth Management. Investing can be full of unexpected twists and turns, but your path to the retirement you desire needs to stay on track. Good intentions alone don't do it. You need a sharp, personalized plan, a solid strategy, essential for something as vital as your investment and retirement future. It's time to talk with Annex Wealth Management. As fee-only fiduciaries, they dive deep into investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning, all tailored to your unique journey. Whether it's Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, or Annex Ignite, they meet you where you are. A smart plan helps you avoid mistakes. You're invited to join Annex for the Instant Insight webinar series, exploring key topics like the One Big Beautiful Bill. There's a lot in it, and Annex has designed this series to benefit everyone. Details at annexwealth.com/events. Ready to chart your course? Visit locations across Wisconsin or go to annexwealth.com, click Get Started, and book your appointment today. That's Annex Wealth Management.
8:12, it's been messy on the roadways. Steph Graham is in for Debbie.
It sure has, Eric. Yes, these wet roads are not doing us any favors. We have slowdowns all across the system. Taking a look at some of the major ones. 94 eastbound, the zoo to downtown is going to take you a few extra minutes. 4145 northbound, the zoo to Highway Q. It's been slow all morning. It doesn't help that we have the flooded roadway there at just a mile beyond the county line there in the Germantown area. And then 4394 northbound, lane to downtown. Give yourself some extra time there, as well as 43 southbound, Brown Deer Road to downtown is going to take you a few extra minutes. Taking a look at a few of the major incidents, we have at Highway 100 south at Hampton Avenue, the right lane is blocked due to an incident there, so traffic is moving slowly through there. And on 175 south, about a half mile beyond 94 east, the right lane blocked due to a crash there. I'm Steph Graham for your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Your forecast sponsored by Big Fish Contractors and Big Fish Contracting. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to see how they're renovating homes and redeeming an industry. Plus, tune into today's Brewers pregame show for the Big Fish Roof Update. Once we get through the rain today, the rest of the week looks really nice. We got another stretch of rain. Won't be as impactful as the severe stuff we saw a couple of hours ago, but we do have rain entering southeast Wisconsin right now, so we'll get another bout of rain through the area. Could see some later on. Brian Niznansky told us could see a couple of more spotty stuff show up later, but then we should be good. So a little bit of more rain today, sunny and warm, a high of 82. Tonight, clear, a low of 65. Then Wednesday through Saturday, sunny with highs in the mid-80s every day. So we should dry out after today, which will be nice and needed. It is 8:14 here on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Erik Bilstad.
Erik, along with Michelle Richards, in for Vince Vitrano. So we will continue to monitor the weather situation. The most recent news this morning, news for you to know about, is that stretch of severe weather we saw a couple of hours ago did knock out a lot of power to a lot of folks, mainly in Waukesha County. So right now, Waukesha County has 14,000 without power. Grand total, We Energy is reporting that nearly 30,000 people, or I should say 30,000 customers, are without power at the moment as we deal with, of course, already dealing with the cleanup. So we'll continue to monitor that situation, get you all the updates we can. Flood advisories that are in effect as we see rivers now cresting and all of that. So we'll continue to monitor. We'll get you updates on that throughout the morning. But wanted to bring you this, some breaking news. First, nationally, we have some breaking news. This was unanticipated, I think. Taylor Swift announcing a new album out of nowhere, The Life of a Showgirl. Don't know a release date, but she announced that overnight.
With her boyfriend, Travis Kelce,
did it
in
with
his
Kelce.
podcast.
Yeah, so that's the 12th studio album. It's called The Life of a Showgirl. That's all we know as of now with that. But we do have some local breaking news. So the Violent Femmes, the local kids, the Femmes already sold out a show at the Riverside on October 18th, Saturday the 18th. Well, now they're announcing a new show. An Evening with the Femmes will play the Riverside Theater on Sunday, October 19th.
I'm checking my calendar right now.
All right. Well, good. So we were able to catch up with John Sparrow, the drummer of the Femmes. Vince and I caught up with him in anticipation of this news.
Well, first of all, the first show sold out. That's why we have the second one, right? Technically, that was the last date that's going to be the last date of the tour. So then have that sold out, adding the second one, people are going to be like, oh, wow. Also, I think Milwaukee really loves the band. I mean, I hope so, because we're Milwaukee's sweethearts, right?
Could definitely vouch for that.
I like this thing.
So, John, I'm curious, because you joined the band obviously later in this 4-decade run. Are you
no kidding, huh?
Yeah. Well, are you more partial to the music that you helped create, or when you're playing Blister in the Sun and Gone Daddy Gone, which a lot of folks are there to see and to hear, are you enjoying those equally?
Well, that's a great question, Vince. It's ironic because this month here in August, this is my 20th anniversary being with the band. I started off behind Victor.
Right.
I'm friends with Victor. And so in that regard, it was really cool because I looked up to him, and my first concert was Violent Femmes. I don't know if you know that or if you read it online. So no, I don't have any kind of predisposition to any era or anything like that. No. I love all the music, including the stuff that I've been with. I really respect all of it. You know what I mean? And I love all of it.
So your first show you saw was the Femmes?
That's right. Marcus Amphitheater. They were opening up for the B-52s in 1991. That was my first rock concert. That was, I was so freaked out because I didn't know what a mosh pit was. My buddy had taken me to the show, and he's like, you want to go see this? And I said, well, yeah, I love them. Because as a drummer, I loved what Victor was doing with the brushes, and I could relate to that being a jazz guy. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll go see those guys. Yeah, this is awesome. But I got scared because everybody was, right when the Femmes started, they started rushing the stage. And I'm like, what's going on? Is there like a riot? So it was really quite, no, I'm not kidding. It was quite the experience. But yeah, they were my first show. And then ironically, it was, 2013, when we played at the Marcus Amphitheater with Victor. We were on stage getting ready for sound check, and Brian said, oh, yes, when's the last time we played here? And I said, 1991. I sat right over there.
I know that.
Yep. Yeah.
Talking with John Sparrow with the Violent Femmes, it's interesting you mentioned that, John, because so much of that resonates with me as a kid who grew up here and how I felt the first time I walked into TMJ4 News or now here at WTMJ Radio and working with some of these legends, too, that I grew up watching or listening to, and now you're like, boy, things must have really gone downhill if they have me now.
Oh, come on. No, that's not true. Here's the other thing, too. We're still firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
It's great to be a part of the history, too, if you think about it, right? Now, you're asking me about the music and what I prefer to play, but also, the honor to be a part of the history. Now, I'm only half of the history, right? So it's a huge honor, just like you when you went to TMJ, right? You're like, oh, wow.
Felt like a big deal.
You worked your way up,
When a band has been around as long as the Femmes have, obviously there's a sound that we all know. Is there a desire or an urge to ever tweak it, or is it like, nope, you got to just play the hits how the hits are played?
Well, that's interesting. So these last few tours we've been playing the Hollow Ground album first, taking intermission, and then doing the first album, right?
Yeah, awesome.
So that was part of the programming. Oftentimes when we do radio or TV, we're definitely not that band that doesn't want to play that song. We all love playing Blister.
Awesome.
I can say so. Yeah, no, there's no. As far as I know, there's no demand.
Talking with John Sparrow of the Violent Femmes, second show added now at the Riverside for that appearance
That's right.
in October.
Sunday, October 19th at the Riverside.
Amazing, John. So I'm also curious. I think we take for granted. I think particularly those of us who've been around Femmes music for these 4 decades or whatever, how hard it is, even in different variations as this band has gone through, for a band to largely stick together or to still be around and making relevant music through 4 different decades. Think of how many different generations, how many different types of music have sort of come and gone and been in vogue and not. I think we take that for granted given what we've heard from the Femmes.
We are all having fun. Everybody gets along. We have a great time doing it. And it's kind of cute because when you see in the audience, there's a grandmother, there's the daughter, and then the granddaughter, or whatever it is, the combination. And you're like, I mean, like, I know Brian and Gordon, they noticed that, and I certainly go, wow, this is how cool. Isn't it a fantastic thing? I think it's iconic. And then we just played with My Chemical Romance in Seattle, and we met two of the guys in the band. We went down there. They were taking, and the one fella, he was so nervous, excited, and think about that, to influence all these different generations. You know, the Femmes are a rite of passage. You know, and Milwaukee, I think, certainly should be very, very proud that we can call the Femmes our own. And that music has inspired generations and will continue to. Nobody sounds like Violent Femmes. Come on, right? So it's really something special.
What's the difference, John, between a band that makes it on a national scale and one that just doesn't quite get there, and we might know locally, but doesn't have the success nationally? What's the difference?
You mean like why they didn't break through? Or
yeah. Like what's it take? What's that magic sauce, the secret sauce?
Ask Brian and Gordon. They had it. Well, but no, hold on. With that being said, I put in my time. You know what I'm saying? And I obviously, you know, I put in my time and came up in the ranks and all that stuff. But I wish I could. I don't know what that answer is. Because if I had an answer, I would give it to all these great groups that are here in Milwaukee, and certainly anywhere, not just in Milwaukee, right? So I wish I could answer it, but I can't.
No, right on. That's exactly right. We're just so proud always. You know, again, like kids who grew up here, when you hear about one of our own, some of our own making it, you're like, yeah, that's us. That's us. Look at us.
Well, you know what's kind of cool along those lines is, so Peter Jess is a promoter for this, for these two shows here at the Riverside, right? Well, Peter was actually, when I had my rock bands coming up, he was a big part of helping me kind of elevate my career in a lot of ways, you know? And, you know, he actually, and that was into 20 years. Well, no, I mean, whatever, 35 years I've been playing music. But he actually tour managed for the Femmes for a short time. So he's got a deep connection. It's a strong community. And Peter's a big part of that. And so I don't know if that, you know, just something that came to mind. You know, he's a big part of this, too, so.
Great to talk to John Sparrow, the drummer of Your Violent Femmes. 40 years of the Femmes. They just announced moments ago, Pabst Theater Group did, that their sold-out show at the Riverside was October 18th. They're going to add a show on the 19th. So now 2 shows at the Riverside to wrap up their tour. And tickets go on sale Wednesday, Michelle, you nut.
I love the Violent Femmes. They are so fun.
I'm sorry you couldn't talk to John.
I am too.
So tickets go on sale on Wednesday. We do have it keyworded, a link to it. So if you text the word blister in the sun, I'm just kidding. So it's, what did we do? We didn't want to do Femmes because we figured people would struggle with that. So Greg says band. We'll make it easy. Text the word band, B-A-N-D, to the WTMJ Talking Text line, Siding Unlimited Talking Text line, and we'll send you that link and you can go see them. The Femmes going to be here on October 19th, right after their October 18th show. All right, got to get to the roads. It's been a rough one today. Hey, Steph.
It has been. It was nice to hear a little Violent Femmes there, just to take the load off a little. So definitely dealing with some significant slowdowns all across the system. Flooding on the roadways still here at 4145 North, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. The 2 right lanes are blocked there. It's been slow going all morning, all the way from downtown to Highway Q. Then we are also dealing with a crash at 100 South. At Hampton Avenue, the right lane is blocked due to an incident there. And on 175 South, about a half mile beyond 94 East, the right lane is blocked due to a crash. So give yourself plenty of extra time if you are traveling pretty much anywhere across the system this wet morning. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
As the kiddos get ready to get back to school, you can find really great back-to-school savings at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. School supplies and some surprisingly cool clothing, too. And teachers, you get an additional discount. Get the best back-to-school bargains at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul.
Hey, my friends over at Colders just told me they're doing something big. They're discounting their entire store by 10% Friday through Monday. John Mercure here. They only do this sale once a year. And as a Colders insider, and hey, that's you, you're hearing about it here first. It's called the Everything Under the Sun sale. That extra 10% comes off of their already marked down prices. Furniture, appliances, mattresses, even home decor, all with an extra 10% off. If you've had your eye on a new sectional, like one I just got at Colders, a better mattress, or maybe that appliance you've been putting off replacing, now's the time, and honestly, who doesn't love stacking savings? I always say Colders knows how to take care of their customers. This is proof. Locally owned, family run, 4 locations across southeast Wisconsin, or you can even shop online at Colders.com. That's extra 10% off. Works online too. Use code EVERYTHING10 at checkout. Clock's ticking. Do it now. Don't miss out. Friday through Monday at Colders.
Step up to quality furniture. Get more for your money at Colders. Enjoy life at Capri Communities, where senior living's our expertise. Caring staff that help you when you need. Enjoy life at Capri, making friends and memories. Living life to the fullest, you will love your new home. Enjoy life at Capri Communities.
Why settle for just a job when you can have a career in the exciting automobile industry? The Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee new car dealer members have service technicians, sales, administrative, and management positions available now. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an Adam member new car dealer.
For current great paying job opportunities, visit adam.com/jobs. That's ADAMM.com/jobs.
So the issue this morning, the outages, we're seeing nearly 30,000 outages from that recent severe weather that rolled through around 6 a.m. today. So We Energies is out there. We already had Amy Johns on, spokesperson with the utility, saying they're hoping to get everyone back up online by the end of the day today. But obviously, with what we've been dealing with, that's unfortunate news given that it's already been a rough go for a lot of folks. Now, Waukesha County has seen most of those outages. By the way, still watching these rivers. There's flooding advisories and all that. We're watching rivers crest. Could see a little bit more issues now with that recent rain that came through. Be careful how close you get to some of these rivers.
I was just kind of shocked. I didn't believe that someone would be in the river.
Yeah, we had a Menominee River rescue in Menominee Falls that happened in Limekiln Park on Monday afternoon. 2 people had to be pulled from the rapids. This witness telling TMJ4 News she heard the commotion, people screaming for help.
At first, I didn't believe it. I thought people were just saying things, but then I went down, looked in the corner. I was just kind of shocked.
Yeah, so Good Samaritans helping these two is a father and a son. They were holding on to anything they could, branches, side of the river here as those rapids were pulling on them, pulling them down. They actually lost one of them for a minute, and they were able to grab on further down the rapids. Both were able to get pulled out thanks to these Good Samaritans.
This current is no joke. Anybody who has ever worked around swift water knows that this will drain your energy quickly.
That's the fire chief there, Joe Pulvermacher, talking to TMJ4 News. Again, it wasn't their plan to get in the water. It sounds like these two were looking for a dog when they got overwhelmed by the water in these situations. So just a reminder that even a lot of people are curious, want to go see this up close and see some of that flooding, but it's still pretty nasty in some of these stretches.
You know, you can see a lot of it on TV without ever leaving your house.
You're
and the images, the videos, they're amazing. There was even a guy who took out his drone and went around Tosa and showed
isn't that amazing?
Hart Park and the turf field all underwater. And
yeah, all the All the flooding and then all the garbage piling up outside everybody's houses from the flooded basements. 8:30, got a lot to get to. We'll get to your headlines here in a minute.
Welcome to another episode of Find Your Career Rhythm, where we explore the latest employee growth and hiring trends and how your company and your career can take advantage. It's brought to you by the LAK Group, who help companies and professionals harness their true potential. LAK, discover your human advantage. Today, my guest is Lindsay Crete. She's managing director at the executive search firm Spano Pratt. Lindsay, I know Spano Pratt focuses on finding top talent specifically for nonprofits. Let's talk about that. What is it about the nonprofit sector that makes it so difficult to find leadership?
Well, unlike the for-profit sector, leaders in nonprofit must have a more specialized mix of skills. The mission, resources, and stakeholders are dramatically different.
How so, Lindsay?
Leadership in nonprofits must be mission-driven rather than strictly profit-driven. It takes a different personality. Also, nonprofits have more limited resources, so creative use of dollars and fundraising knowledge are much more important. And nonprofits have a much wider variety of stakeholders involved, like donors, hiring committees, boards of directors, and community voices, especially during the leadership selection process.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about. So how does Spano Pratt Executive Search help nonprofits find those leaders? And how does your new partnership with the LAK Group complement that?
Spano Pratt has experience working with nonprofits across the U.S., and we know how to work with hiring committees and boards, which is a must with nonprofits. From discovery phase all the way to onboarding of the new executive, we can help. And with our new partnership with LAK, it doesn't stop there. We now offer leadership development, executive coaching, and more.
Thanks, Lindsay. You can get started on your executive search at spanopratt.com. That's spanopratt.com.
Looking for better sleep? Helix Sleep's award-winning mattresses are now at Steinhafels, so you can try before you buy. Get 20% off all Helix mattress orders. Visit steinhafels.com to learn more. Better sleep starts now with Helix and Steinhafels.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Inflation in line with where economists thought it would be in July, up from last year at this time, mostly due to the Trump tariffs, says the Labor Department.
Compared to a year ago, inflation was up 2.7% last month, but strip out food and energy costs, and the increase was 3.1% year over year. One item pushing up core inflation is airfares, which surged 4% in July after several months in decline.
ABC's Jim Ryan, market futures higher after the inflation report came out. We're learning more details about the suspected shooter who opened fire at CDC headquarters in Atlanta last week. According to our affiliate WSB, police were called to his home 2 weeks prior for a welfare check. The father of the suspect, who was also killed, the suspect that is, had called police as well after the shooting, saying he thought his son was involved. President Trump and Vladimir Putin getting ready for their summit in Alaska on Friday. European leaders afraid of being sidelined. This is ABC News.
All right, looking at the roads, we are seeing a little bit of an ease up on some of the major delays as the morning commute dies down just a bit. We are still seeing some slowdowns on 94 eastbound. The Zoo to downtown is going to take you some extra time, as well as 4145 northbound. The Zoo interchange to Highway Q. It's been a mess all day, not being helped by the flooded roadway up near the county line there on 4145 north. And then 43 southbound Brown Deer Road to downtown is going to be a bit slow going there as we are dealing with a few crashes across the system. Taking a look at a couple, 4394 northbound, about a half mile beyond Howard Avenue. Left shoulder still blocked there due to a crash. And then we also have 41894 north, just a little bit beyond 43 northbound. The right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle there. So easing up a bit, but still be careful as you navigate the roadways this morning. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Getting hit with a little bit more rain this morning. Could see a little bit more later on today, says Brian Niznansky. Then it's going to be sunny and warm, a high of 82. Tonight, clear, low of 65. Wednesday through Saturday, sunny. Highs in the 80s, so we will get to dry out. Checking the rain now. WTMJ's Adam Roberts checking this latest stretch that we're still dealing with right now.
Yep, round 2 moving through. Looks like St. Francis Oak Creek is in a bit of a heavier spot right now. Then there's a slight gap between Milwaukee and Waukesha. One more blob that's just southwest of there on Highway 43. Moving its way east and northeast by Mukwonago, Muskego right now. That's going to move through within the next hour to the Milwaukee area. And then after that, we are, Eric, going to dry out for a bit. Much needed, of course, across this area. That should be within the hour. There was a flood advisory for Waukesha County. It was set to expire at 8:30. Not seeing any word yet from the National Weather Service whether they will extend that at all. We'll check on that, and we'll have your full updates coming up at the 9 o'clock news.
Over 30,000 We Energies customers are without power following this morning's latest rounds of rain. Amy Johns with We Energies says high winds from the storms have knocked down trees.
With already that saturated ground, we knew that could possibly happen because the ground is so wet.
The bulk of the latest outages focused in Waukesha County, with thousands also in the dark in Milwaukee and Jefferson counties.
The Milwaukee Fire Department is working with local and state agencies to assist in addressing the state of emergency in Milwaukee County following the weekend flooding.
That includes transporting residents to local shelters.
There's a number of people displaced in all of this that literally have nowhere to go, so we're working very hard with the American Red Cross, with Salvation Army. There are a lot of hands helping on this.
Milwaukee Fire Chief Aaron Lipsky's crews received over 600 calls in a stretch of 11 hours from Saturday night into Sunday morning.
Everybody just rolled up their sleeves and said, it's time to go. Yes, we went into a task force mode. We're very well equipped and experienced on that.
Greg Matzek, WTMJ News.
A man from Illinois is dead after drowning in Delavan Lake.
33-year-old Muhammad Hussaini was found unresponsive on a boat. Police responded just after 5:40 on Saturday near Lake Lawn. He appeared to have entered the water from the boat, started to struggle, and then went under. He died from his injuries at the hospital. Hussaini was wearing a life preserver, but it was too small to be useful. Elizabeth Linton, WTMJ News.
Also, a man from Appleton drowned in Lake Michigan. The Milwaukee Harbor Patrol found that man in the water while on active boat patrol on Sunday morning. News about your money, the WTMJ NX Wealth Management Market Update. The market's now open for the day. The Dow is starting the day up 258. The NASDAQ starting up 133. And the S&P is up 35. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. JamesImaging.com.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. When Tri-City National Bank decided to optimize their print output strategy, they needed a resource with the expertise to recommend a solution. CIO Robert Prang.
And James helped us with that analysis of what our print consumption was and what we were doing.
The outcome of the James Imaging Systems Managed Print Services recommendation?
We ended up reducing down to about 97 total printers and copiers from 197.
The impact on your print output?
We eliminated over 500,000 pages a month of output that we figured out we really didn't need.
Month after month, that adds up to savings and value.
Oh, tons of value. Those numbers add up even when it's only a penny or so per page.
Managed Print Services from James Imaging Systems. AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. To learn more, visit jamesimaging.com.
Hey, John Mercure here for CertaPro Painters. They painted our house, the outside of the house, fantastic. They did the parts in the sun, the parts in the shade, the parts on the north side, the parts on the south side. They paid attention to detail the whole way. They went the extra mile all day long. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C, for your home or your business. They do both. They pay a lot of attention. They took a lot of time with our house, and it looks absolutely perfect. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. They're the real deal. They're the best in the business. It's CertaPro Painters.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
5 minutes away from Brewers 360, Wisconsin's morning news. Vince Vetrano is off. Michelle Richards is here.
You ever just take your laptop into a Starbucks and, do a little work?
Oh, sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've done that.
Very popular thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you got somebody working on your house or something. You're getting a new roof and it's just too loud or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, apparently South Korea has a much bigger problem than people just coming in with their laptops for a couple of hours. People apparently are bringing their entire desktops, printers, and even dividers to set up on the tables to make yourself a little cubicle, basically.
They're bringing mini cubicles?
Yes. And they're staying all day, or they're leaving their stuff and they're going somewhere else and not coming back for hours and hours.
Oh, you can't do that?
No. Now they're putting up signs. They have a very strong cafe culture in South Korea.
Apparently.
But isn't that a little over the top?
So we don't want to work in the office because we'd rather work at home, but then we don't want to work at home, so we go work at the coffee shop.
Well, how much work is it to bring your desktop and a printer and set it all up at a Starbucks?
Well, I wonder if they could have community printers. Could you hook into their printer and
Here's an idea.
Then that way you can, maybe get each other coffee and become coworkers at two different places.
Yeah, that could work.
All
but
right.
yeah, don't set up your cubicle at Starbucks.
Makes sense. All right. 8:41. Steph Graham, you got to make sure you stop doing that. No more going to the Starbucks and
I know.
Putting up shop there.
Setting up my printer. Wow, that's pretty funny. I'll just stick to my laptop for now. So yes, we are. It's looking a little better. The map is getting a little less crazy, so that's good. But we are still dealing with some significant issues all morning. The flooding on the roadway at 4145 North, about a mile beyond the ramp from County Line Road. Lanes are blocked there, so moving slow through there. We are also dealing with a crash, an incident here on 100 South at Hampton Avenue. The right shoulder is blocked there. And then also 4394 North, about a half mile beyond Howard Avenue. The left shoulder is blocked due to a crash there. So, travel times are getting better, but still a few significant slow spots throughout the system. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Pat Murphy joins you from your Milwaukee Brewers next. Brewers 360.
Are you struggling with stubborn weight gain during perimenopause or menopause? It's not your fault. Your changing hormones are forcing your body to store fat, no matter how little you eat or how much you exercise. But there's hope. The Milwaukee Weight Loss Proprietary Natural Program helps restore your metabolism and reset your hormonal balance so you can finally lose the weight and keep it off. No counting calories, no prepackaged meals, no injections, just real results. Join thousands of women who've discovered how to lose 10 to 20% of their body weight in just 8 weeks to feel like themselves again. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scafidi. I dropped 40 pounds with Milwaukee Weight Loss. No crazy workouts, no meal kits or shakes. They helped reset my metabolism, and the weights actually stayed off. It's been a game changer for me. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Schedule your free consultation today by calling 262-393-2334. or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
It's one of the hottest topics when it comes to finance and your money. The One Big Beautiful Bill. If you haven't read it, we don't blame you. It's 900 pages with 400 just for tax provisions. Not exactly light reading. You know who has read it? Annex Wealth Management. That's where Instant Insight webinars come in. They're designed to provide clarity for today's hot topics. Get up to speed fast. Check out the full Instant Insight schedule at AnnexWealth.com/events. Unbiased advice from a fee-only fiduciary. Find out more at AnnexWealth.com.
In the Midwest, we know the real deal on the field and in your wellness routine. Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan offers top-tier Michigan-grown CBD products, no shortcuts, no synthetic knockoffs. Just clean, green certified, organically grown CBD crafted for fans who expect the best. Whether you're gearing up for the game or winding down after a win, swing through Higher Love just across the Wisconsin border and experience the highest quality CBD in the Midwest. Higher Love, the real deal, no limitations. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Manager of our Milwaukee Brewers, Pat Murphy.
I like a lot of different things during the game. There's pancake. I got a little pocket pancake right here that I munch on. They're wonderful. You want some?
Oh, those are delicious. Pizza, bagels, what else do you keep in your pocket?
Whatever fits.
This is Brewers 360.
You know things are going well when you can hand a pancake from your pocket to a reporter and they'll take a bite out of it. Everything is working for your Milwaukee Brewers. They've won 10 in a row for the second time this season. They have the best record in baseball and sit 6.5 games up in the NL Central. Joining us for Brewers 360 is Pat Murphy, the manager of the club. Good morning, Skip.
Good morning.
Boy, I'm not sure what to ask you because everything you're doing is working out right now.
That's a little more perception than reality, but things that I'm really proud of the guys, the way they're competing. That's the most important thing.
You know what's so amazing, Murph, is just the fans have always been strong and supportive and passionate. That's not new, but just love seeing how they're all getting to the ballpark whenever they can as you guys go on this crazy run.
Yeah, it is. It's noticeable. I've been here 10 years, and this is the best fan support I've felt for sure. And it's because, I think they love the team. I think they love that they're a bunch of nobodies that just, have put it together and play as a team. There's a lot of better rosters out there than us, but this is a pretty good team. And teams beat rosters, Rosters that have a team also, that's scary. And we've got some of those teams on our schedule, but teams beat rosters, if you know what I mean.
So Paul Skeens is who you're going to face tonight. Is there a plan of attack to, do you guys have a little book that you give to each player and say, okay, read through this, here's what he throws, or here's his pitch counts that he likes, or anything like that to give people a heads up, or do you just let the players be players?
No. We spent a lot of time in preparation and talking about tendencies. This guy's really special. He's special. So it's hard to pick up his patterns, but it's hard enough just picking up his pitches, much less his patterns and sequencing. But there's a lot of work put in. Our hitting staff and offensive staff put together all sorts of reports, and some of it becomes individualized. Here's what he's going to do to a left-handed hitter. He's going to do to right. He's going to do to a guy with runners in scoring position. Here's what he does, how to hold runners. Here's what he does with the guys on second base. Here's what he's vulnerable to in this situation. There's a lot of work that gets put into it. That's why we get to the ballpark at 11 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game.
But Murphy, I feel like you guys do this too, and it's so fascinating. I often think about this in NFL. So in a football game, if a team knows it's going to go to the playoffs, they might start changing their offense a little bit, doing some tweaks just to put something on tape, if you will, just to make the other teams have to worry about something. I want to play something from the game last night. Andrew Vaughn is up, and everyone knows that King Vaughn has just been killing the ball since he's been playing with you guys, and you guys had him do this.
1-0. He bunts. He pushes it up the first baseline. It'll get the run in, fielded by the first baseman. Peguero flips to Heaney, who tags out Vaughn just before Andrew got to the bag. But how about a squeeze bunt by Andrew Vaughn to make it a 6-1 Brewers lead?
That was awesome. Vaughn throws down a squeeze. Was this the plan all along? Was that a surprise? What was going on there?
Well, I mean, it's you want to get the run in. You want to extend the lead. The Pirates are a very underrated team, and they're not afraid of the Brewers. They've played us tough. And Haney had been going to his sinker over and over. He got a ground ball from Yelich, feeling good about himself. First and third, one out. He throws a sinker to Vaughn. He hits a ground ball to short. It's a double play. We're out of the inning. We don't score. Vaughn's a baseball player. He's not just a hitter. He's a baseball player. And no one expected it. And you get a run, and you get a lot of guys laughing in the dugout, and a lot of guys excited that your four-hole hitter is bunting. So, but it's also a statement to everyone else that, hey, these guys are willing to do whatever it takes to score the run to win, and that's the team we have to be.
So you know what you should do? So I don't know if you're aware now. We think you are, that if the Brewers win 12 in a row, everyone gets free burgers from George Webb's. So, I mean, you might have to put a hamburger in your pocket at some point. I don't know if you could do that before you win 12 or after, but might have to pop one in there.
I hear what you're saying. But you're telling me what I should do. I don't like to be should on.
I'm just suggesting maybe it's an idea for you to think about.
I think you said the word should, so I'm just responding to being should on.
Well done. Well done. Hey, last thing, Murph, just wanted to say thank you. I know that there's a lot of people that are just enjoying this run, obviously, but like, it's been a brutal 48 hours for a lot of folks. And I had people texting me in our neighborhood, too. Our neighborhood got hit good. And I know a lot of people did, so it's not about me. But our neighborhood got hit pretty good with the flooding. And I had guys texting me. I know for a fact they were in their basements mopping or cutting up rugs, texting me about the game as it was happening. You are giving a distraction to a lot of folks, and we could not be happier about that.
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, my heart goes out to all the people affected by it, and this is really a great community, and but the way they've supported the Brewers is just it's a nice feeling, to be part of something like this, and we're excited about the future. We're not guaranteed anything. We've got a long way to go. Our schedule's rigorous. We've got a ton of injuries still, and we've got more adversity ahead of us, but just love the way the community has wrapped their arms around this bunch of guys, because they are special.
Well, I'm going to put a hamburger in my pocket to celebrate. Pat Murphy, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you always.
You should do that.
Go get him, Skip.
You got it.
8:51, Brewers 360, your manager, Pat Murphy, on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Gonzalez is hit off the end of the bat up the first baseline. Hustling is Quintana. Backhands it. And then he tagged Gonzalez, lost the ball. It trickles over to Vaughn, who picked it up before he got to the bag, and he's out. Goodness. Quintana backhanded it, went to apply the tag. The ball popped out when he did it, but then it kicked over by Vaughn, and he picked it up, and the Pirates won't challenge. It is all coming up Brewers. I mean, he kicked it to Vaughn, and it was Gonzalez that kicked it to Vaughn, and he picked it up before he ever got back to the bag.
Steph Graham's got your roads.
I do, and like I said, things are improving a bit as traffic or as volume is decreasing, but we are still seeing some significant slowdowns all across the system. 94 eastbound, the Zoo to downtown is still slow going. Same with 4145 northbound, Zoo interchange up to Highway Q. Give yourself plenty of extra time there. Still dealing with the flooded roadway there just past County Line Road. 4394 northbound, Layton to downtown will take you a few extra minutes. And 43 southbound, Brown Deer Road to downtown, you're going to be tapping the brakes there as well. Looking at our incidents, still dealing with a few crashes across the system. One of the major ones, 4394 north, about a mile beyond Howard Avenue. The left shoulder has been blocked due to a crash for quite some time now. So, again, just give yourself plenty of extra time as you hit the road this final part of the morning commute. I'm Steph Graham, WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
At Big Fish Contracting, we want every home project to be a good story worth sharing. That's why we as a team aim to exceed your expectations. We can improve any aspect of your home. Everything from a complex remodel to the essential roof, gutters, siding, and windows. Integrity, humility, and kindness are why we've grown in southeastern Wisconsin for the last 2 decades. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns, it's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
4 years ago, I opened a doggy dream space unlike anything in Wisconsin. A place that offers it all: daycare, boarding, grooming, and a one-of-a-kind indoor-outdoor dog park and tavern. A hangout as fun for humans as it is for hounds. I'm Leah, proud owner of the Hounds and Tap in Menominee Falls. Our love, passion, and commitment to dogs and the community are at the core of everything we do. From our incredible staff to top-tier services, we've built something truly special at the Hounds and Tap. Come see for yourself. Visit the Hounds and Tap in Menominee Falls today.
Loyalty, family. Few things are more important. This is WTMJ's Steve Scafidi and Loyal Family Renovations. They saved the day after a brutal storm in Oak Creek. Hail damage, yeah, I had a lot of it. But Jeff, Jake, and the whole team, absolute pros, made the entire process smooth as can be. Let's be honest, not everyone knows how to deal with adjusters. They handled all the questions, quick answers, top-notch customer service in just 2 days. My roof was done. If storm damage hits, call the team that made it easy for me. Loyal Family Renovations. Visit loyalfamilyrenovations.com.
Viking, dedicated to creating travel experiences for the thinking person, with programs designed for cultural enrichment on board and on shore. Discover more at Viking.com.
This Saturday only from the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club. Enjoy 2 salmon, scallop, and shrimp dinners for just $54.99. That's incredible. 2 dinners. Call and reserve your free dinner today. Desserts are also buy one, get one free. FoxandHoundsRestaurant.com.
Our featured sponsor on this week's Home Improvement Showcase, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is Ridgetop Exteriors.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Hey, a lot to get to in the 9 o'clock hour, including an update on some local high school football teams, where they're going to play football after all those storms and other sports that are affected by that. We'll get into that in the 9 o'clock hour.
I know it's already canceled today for us.
I was going to say, I know it's affecting the soccer kids too.
Yep.
So we'll get into that next hour. We'll go live to Washington, D.C. As always, we'll check in with Olivia Rinaldi, our CBS White House reporter. She's got a lot to get to and a lot of interesting nuggets from her as to what's happening outside of the White House. And we'll go live to Waukesha as we constantly follow the Fox River there and what's happening at Frame Park. So a lot happening, a lot to get to. We'll do it next hour. We'll have your headlines here in 2.5 minutes.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Significant rain in southeast Wisconsin leads Wisconsin State Fair organizers to cancel its final day. Wisconsin State Fair Park CEO Sherry Black said organizers are assessing the economic impact of the rain, though the fairground appears to have avoided major damage. Heartland's Village Board is considering eminent domain for a Waukesha State Bank-owned property. The bank is considering building a branch on the land, which it has owned since 2014. Milwaukee Irish Fest organizers are hoping to reach younger audiences through new music and dance acts. This includes performances by the Gardner Brothers, siblings who gained fame on social media for Irish dancing during this week's festival. I'm Logan Hansen for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
Hey, Wisconsin, come explore with us. Tired of scrolling through travel feeds? It's time to make your own postcard. Fox World Travel is throwing a free vacation showcase just for you. Chat directly with the dream makers from Viking, Royal Caribbean, Insight Vacations, and more. We're talking beyond the brochures. Think insider secrets, unforgettable destinations, and deals you won't find anywhere else. Join us Saturday, September 20th at the unforgettable EAA Museum in Oshkosh. Register online at foxworldtravel.com today.
As the kiddos get ready to get back to school, you can find really great back-to-school savings at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. School supplies and some surprisingly cool clothing, too. And teachers, you get an additional discount. Get the best back-to-school bargains at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Your first time biking to work. Your new helmet? Secure. Your bike? Road ready. You got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So even if down the road that bike needs a little maintenance, at least your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Classic feeling. Your home is failing. Windows are old, roof looks horrible, siding is distressed. Even your front door fights you on everything. Hi, I'm Erik Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited. and I will be on the Fix It Show this Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. 1 hour where you get to call in and ask about your failing home and how the professionals at Siding Unlimited can help you. Can't wait until Saturday? Bring your pictures to our Siding Unlimited showroom and let's chat. Start your home updating journey with Siding Unlimited at sidingunlimited.com.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Think you've got more heat in your cannon? Well, last time told a different tale.
Swing and a miss. He gassed him up. He blew him away. 102 miles an hour.
It's the Brewers and Pirates in Milwaukee. Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:05 on the home of the Brewers. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
9 o'clock. This is Wisconsin's Morning News for Tuesday, August 12th. I'm Erik Bilstad. Our top story, rain making another mess this morning in southeast Wisconsin.
I'm Michelle Richards. New tariffs paused for 90 days.
So we have one more stretch rolling through the area now of rain. Once that's done, we might get some scattered stuff occasionally, but then we'll start to dry out. So we're getting that second round right now. There could be a little bit left, some scattered stuff, but otherwise we should be good for a good stretch of dry weather, which we sorely need. As far as the weather goes, then we have the traffic. We still have some flooding on 4145 North. That is right near County Line Road, just north of there. You'll see some lanes closed because of that. Right now, it's 69 degrees at 9:01. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, as we follow this rain, the flooding should start to subside, hopefully on the roadways where we've seen some from that stretch of rain. Communities across southeast Wisconsin continue to clear debris and assess damage after that severe weather. Governor Evers issuing a state of emergency now while touring storm damage in Wauwatosa. The mayor, Dennis McBride, on WTMJ.
Over 500 calls were made to our dispatch center, our first responders, and our DPW people working around the clock and have been working around the clock to do it, and our city staff at City Hall. It's been a team effort.
Wisconsin Emergency Management's been working with counties to assess damage and determine resources needed to speed up the recovery efforts. We do have some more issues as far as outages are concerned because of the wind this morning. Right now, it's going up even more now. So in Milwaukee County, 18,000 customers out of power in We Energies. In Waukesha County, more than 10,000. In total, all of We Energies customers, we have 33 out of power right now from that severe weather we saw earlier this morning. They tell us that they hope to have everyone back up and running by the end of the day.
Folks waiting for a restoration company to help with basement cleanup may feel compelled to tackle a portion of the project on their own.
Milwaukee Fire Chief Aaron Lipsky warns homeowners to be cautious.
We really want to caution people against going into any standing water.
The issues are twofold.
There's potential for electrocution.
A gas-fueled hot water heater can also cause issues.
If you smell any gas, call 911. We'll get out there, we can secure the gas, because when that pilot light goes out, that gas can free flow. That creates a terribly explosive, hazardous environment for you.
There's also risk of backed up sewers leading to bacteria inside the home. Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
Another 90-day extension in the trade war truce between the U.S. and China. Both countries announced the delay hours before a sky-high triple-digit levies were set to go into effect. The new deadline will keep tariffs on Chinese imports at 30%, while China's duties on U.S. imports will remain at 10% for now.
Price pressures across a wide range of products have pushed up a key indicator of inflation. The CPI this morning shows inflation hitting 2.7% compared to last year. ABC's Jim Ryan.
The consensus was for a 0.2% month-to-month rise in the Consumer Price Index and a 2.8% surge from July of last year. The actual number has come in very close to that, with the cost of housing driving most of the increase. The cost of eating at home actually fell slightly from June to July.
News about your money. Now let's check the markets. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow is up 334. The Nasdaq up 29 and the S&P is up 20. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather next. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time 9:04.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Fleet Farm's got a special buy 3, get 1 free deal on Cooper tires you don't want to miss. That's right. Pick out 3 qualifying Cooper tires, and the 4th tire is absolutely free when you add the complete installation package with our Resolute Road Hazard policy. Plus, for a limited time, save $20 on alignments at our auto centers too. Tires, oil, brakes, batteries, and more. Let Fleet Farm's Auto Center take care of your truck and auto needs, all at the best prices, guaranteed. Offer not available at Hastings.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia problems, cognitive decline. It's their specialty. They're great at it. And they also offer early memory loss classes. They can help your loved one with locations throughout our state, many here in Southeast Wisconsin. I've been in their facilities. They're top notch. It's kindness at the core. It's compassion and empathy at Azura. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
10 in a row for your Milwaukee Brewers.
You can't make it up!
You cannot. Manager Pat Murphy tells Wisconsin's Morning News the Crew's second double-digit win streak this season has been a team effort.
There's a lot of better rosters out there than us, but this is a pretty good team. And teams beat rosters, Rosters that have a team also, that's scary.
The Brewers will try to make it 11 in a row tonight against the Pirates. Coverage begins after the 6 o'clock news on WTMJ.
WTMJ time saver traffic. They've been dealing with it all morning long. 4145 northbound is a slow ride. This is right around Q in that stretch there, county line up there by Germantown because of flooding on the roadway. So you'll see some slowdowns in that area for sure. Also, we're having some delays in other areas too because of some accidents that are off to the shoulders but still slowing some rides in. 94 eastbound by the stadium, you're going to see some slowdowns. 94 northbound by Howard Avenue getting into the Marquette, you'll see some slowdowns in that stretch. It's a shoulder that's blocked because of a crash, but still slowing down that area as well. So there are some spots because of that weather earlier today that are still a bit tight. Keep an eye on that, but for the most part, you'll get through. The biggest issue right now is still in the Germantown area there with 4145 and the flooding of the roadway.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. The heaviest rain has moved out this morning. We are still dealing with some showers and storms, possibly even a little bit later today. Otherwise, becoming partly sunny and warm, a high of 82. Clear tonight, a low of 65. Wednesday and Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 80. The sunshine continues Friday and Saturday with highs in the mid-80s.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 9:08.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Erik Bilstad.
Good Tuesday morning to you, Eric, along with Michelle Richards. Michelle's in for Vince. Much more on the weather later on this half hour on the program. Get you an update on all of the things. We have the outages from today. We have expectations of what the rivers may do with the most recent bout of rain. And, of course, all the roads. So we'll get to that in about 15 minutes. But first, lot to get to as far as the White House goes. As always, on Tuesdays, we chat with CBS White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi. Olivia, good morning. Let's start with the Washington, D.C. takeover of the police department. The president announcing that he wants to use federal agents there or have federal operation of D.C. police. Where does that play this morning? Obviously, we know that there's some pushback on it.
Yeah, good morning. Obviously, yesterday was a huge day in Washington. The president announced he's invoking the Home Rule Act of 1973, which essentially lets him take over Washington, D.C., it allows him to federalize the police force there. And the president argued the reason why he was doing this was because of crime in the nation's capital. He said it was a dirty city ruled by homelessness and slums. And because of that, he wants to deploy not only the National Guard, but he's having federal agents take over the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. Now, we know he's using Mr. Cole, who is the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency, to now head up MPD. And what they'll be doing is now patrolling the streets of Washington all days throughout the night to really crack down on crime that's going on across the city. It's getting some pushback from Democrats, but even on the ground in Washington, Mayor Muriel Bowser has said there's not much she can do in the way of pushing back on this because D.C. is not a state. There's different rules that apply there, and there is some federal mandates that allow the president or Congress even to enact federal control over the land. So because of that, local officials on the ground are really hamstrung by making any changes or, doing anything to prevent this increased law enforcement on the ground. I will note that Mayor Bowser yesterday did say this might not be the worst thing to have more police on the ground, but if they're going to be on the ground, they need to be communicating with local officials, communicating with these communities on the ground, having actual conversations with them, because if you don't, it could be disastrous.
Now, is the Guard going to be acting as extra police officers, assisting in arrests and everything like that? And then also, is there any risk to the public? I mean, these troops are normally sent in for war and, national disasters.
Right. So we know there's about 800 National Guard troops that have been deployed to help. Their focus is going to be logistics and transportation, kind of similar to what we saw on the ground in Los Angeles a couple of months ago when the president deployed them there in June, really testing the limits of what these National Guard troops can do on the ground. Of course, they are trained in warfare for military purposes, but at this moment they are not being deputized to do any sort of arresting, though the Pentagon says they may be asked to do that eventually. But because we have seen an increase in not only the National Guard, but FBI, HSI officers, DEA officers, there's such an increase of police and federal agencies on the ground that to have 800 more National Guard troops, it might be overkill by that point.
CBS White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi on Wisconsin's Morning News. Is there any talk or any concern of this being done elsewhere in other cities across the country?
Well, potentially, the president has continued to say that Washington, D.C., throughout the campaign trail, he said there would be a federal takeover of Washington, D.C. by forces. But he has also called out New York City, Baltimore, Chicago, cities that are run by Democratic mayors who the president sees as having spikes in crime, in homelessness, and he wants to clean up American streets. That's what he has continued to say. The issue with those cities and states that you run into is the governors, because they have jurisdiction over there. And that's the issue the president ran into with California and in a lawsuit that's playing out right now between Governor Gavin Newsom and this administration about who has the right to deploy a state's National Guard, whether it be the governor or the president. There's a lot of literature around that. But when it comes to D.C., we don't have a governor. We have a mayor. We have a council of local officials is what we have, and we have federal agencies here. So the argument has always been if there's a place for the president to do this, they looked at it extensively, and Washington was the best place for him to really deploy what he sees as a massive cleanup effort of crime, homelessness throughout the city.
So the president on Friday is expected to meet with Vladimir Putin in Alaska. So as of now, this is still going to happen, although it sounds like the president might be downplaying any expectations there.
Right. He really lowered the expectations on Monday during that press conference. He was asked in the briefing room at the White House, what's the goal? What's the point of this meeting? And he said, he should know within the first 2 minutes whether or not a deal with the Kremlin could be made, and kind of suggested if a deal couldn't be made, that he would walk away from the peace talks. He said he was really going there to feel Putin out, to see, what he's thinking in regards to this war. One could argue that what President Putin has been thinking, because he has not come to the table to really get any type of ceasefire agreement on the signed with the Ukrainians. So with the president traveling there to have this meeting with Putin, it's kind of head scratching at this point, because a lot of officials, including Secretary Rubio, have said you only have those high level conversations, leader level visit conversations between President Putin and President Trump when there is something deliverable, like either an air ceasefire, a total ceasefire, or even an end to the war. You don't have conversations like that just to feel each other out. You know where he is. You know what his stance is. It's kind of a head-scratching thing for the president to then say, I'm just going to go and see how he's feeling about this.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that was the whole point. If you don't have that end game, then you don't have a success to tout. You don't have something to say, hey, look what we were able to do and celebrate.
Right, and there's a certain level of legitimacy this gives Putin as well. It's for President Trump to meet with him, to have a conversation with him in person on U.S. soil about this war, and then to walk away with nothing. It's not something that the Europeans have or are really behind. They have continued to say that they want to be part of these conversations, and add to the fact that Ukrainian President Zelensky is not part of this conversation, right? So he is someone who is asked to be there. He has said that Ukraine should be part of these negotiations, of course, because they have autonomy in this. He has also said that any sort of land swaps or deals, he can't unilaterally make or sign. It's a constitutional law in Ukraine that they have to get that approved by their parliament. It's not something he can just agree to swap land and give Russia access to the land that they've been fighting over for 3 years. So everything about this meeting has officials on all sides, I think, a little bit concerned on what the end result could be, whether or not it is Trump and Putin just simply meet, shake hands, have a conversation. Trump says this is what he wants, which is, of course, control of the areas of Ukraine that they have been fighting over for 3 years along that 600-mile stretch of war. Or, they come to some type of ceasefire agreement, but Zelensky is not at the table to argue what the Ukrainians would need. So we'll have to be watching very closely just in the days leading up to it, what is going on the ground in Ukraine, whether there's a massive push by Russian forces leading up to Friday, right? If there's increased drone attacks, or whether or not any potential cyber attacks that are happening. And we have to also watch what the Ukrainians are doing, if they're going to launch any type of counteroffensive. But it's getting to a point in this war where both sides are very, very drained. Don't forget that Putin had to call in reserves from North Korea to fight in this war because he was running out of Russian troops. So it's getting to a critical point, but whether or not Putin blinks is, I guess, the ultimate question here.
Let's talk chips. AI chip makers, NVIDIA and Advanced Micro Devices, have a new deal now. And part of this deal is to pay the U.S. government 15% of the revenue the two companies are set to make from a product that's sold in Canada. That, according to the White House. If that sounds unusual, it's because it is. Normally, you're not paying the U.S. government. Do you know much about how this is going to go down?
That's a good question. I don't. I've been on the focus of D.C. this week and Russia and, of course, Vice President Vance. But, we do know that chips and chip making have been a top priority of this administration because there's a huge, huge push to beat China in the AI race. And in order to have better quicker processing artificial intelligence, you need better chips. But this is part of this administration's push and President Trump's push to get businesses to bend the knee and capitulate and to, help bolster the U.S. There's kind of this doctrine when it comes to tariffs, national security, business that the president has really been deploying, which is that if you're not with us, you're against us. If you're not making deals with us, then you must be for other countries, and we're going to tariff you. And in spite of that, a lot of these companies have really come to the White House and agreed to big deals or have conversations with the president about how they can invest in America. I mean, you saw last week with Tim Cook of Apple in a really extraordinary Oval Office meeting with the president, presenting him with a gift and talking about $600 billion of investment that Apple plans to make in the United States, coming off of all of the tariff deals that the president has been talking about putting on India, China, things that could really cripple Apple's production. So because of that, you see them making this major pivot in a very public way.
CBS White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi, I got one more for you.
Yeah, Olivia, is there anything new with Epstein, or is that kind of all playing out right now?
Well, yesterday, a judge struck down the Justice Department's probe to unveil this grand jury testimony from Ghislaine Maxwell. That was in the previous investigation. It's an interesting step because, you know, all of these transcripts and from testimonies in this investigation are sealed under grand jury indictments. So in order to get them released, they have to ask the judge to do it. This judge said there's no reason to do it, struck it down. So because of that, we're not going to have more information from Ghislaine Maxwell. It's really up to the Justice Department now if they want this information out there of what she knows, which of course she is a very well-known associate of Epstein, is the only one to see jail time in this case related to the second case, at least. We know Epstein served during his first case back in 2006, but in the latest one, 2018, she's the only one to serve jail time because, of course, he committed suicide. The Justice Department has recently re-interviewed her. They could release that transcript if they choose to do so. They have not said whether or not they're planning to do so. There's conversations about ways that they might do it if they release audio, if they release just the transcripts themselves. But this case still continues to be top of public interest, and the Justice Department and the president are hoping it goes away as people continue to ask questions. So we'll be on it, but as of right now, there's no plans to release that transcript at this moment.
Always busy in Washington. CBS White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi. Thank you as always.
Thank you. Take care.
9:21 to get you an update on the weather and what we've been dealing with the last few days. We'll do that next.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Earn now, spend later at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, rewards members can earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store, redeemable just like cash after August 21st. Start earning on Canaday All Life Stages dog food, $10 off. Select Tide laundry detergent, $11.99 for rewards members. And 50-foot Yellow Jacket extension cords are half price, just $24.99. Rewards members save an extra $5. Earn Blaine's Bucks now to spend later at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Get a clear picture of their eye health at Shopko Optical with back-to-school comprehensive eye exams. Vince Vetrano here for the experienced team at Shopko Optical, which can put your child at ease by encouraging them through the process and explaining their findings in a comfortable and relaxed environment. Feel confident that you're sending them back to class looking and feeling their best with personalized care and premium eyewear from Shopko Optical. Visit shopko.com to schedule an appointment today.
Wisconsin's Morning News at 9:24. Erik along with Michelle. Michelle is in for Vince. So checking the outages right now, 34,000 We Energies customers out of power, the majority in Milwaukee County, but also in Waukesha County. We deal with that last storm that just came through. It's like 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. It just knocked a lot of power out. They're hoping to have everyone back online by the end of the day. Speaking of the weather, how are we looking at the rivers? Joining us now from Waukesha live on Wisconsin's Morning News is Mayor Sean Riley. Good morning, sir. How's the Fox River treating you this morning?
It's causing some traffic problems. That's the main thing. Obviously, a lot of our bridges are closed. So finding your way through downtown is difficult. In fact, if you don't need to go through downtown Waukesha, don't drive through it. You won't like it.
Do you find, Mayor, that there's a lot of folks trying to do that, go to Frame Park and maybe check things out?
Yeah, there's still a lot of people. I didn't drive. I didn't see how many people were down there this morning. Last night there was a lot. Yeah, people want to take a look at it. I remember 2008, my office was right downtown. I walked down there and took quite a few views of the river and stuff. Taking a look, as long as you're not getting close, is good. And here's the other thing I got to add. Don't move barricades. We have people moving barricades pretty often, and it's causing an issue because then other cars think it is a route that can be used. So we're asking everyone not to move barricades.
How are cleanup efforts going? I imagine the rain this morning is kind of hampering things, but now that it's moving out, maybe things are looking up.
Yeah, so I think I'm thankful that Waukesha, the city of Waukesha, didn't get the infrastructure damage that places in Milwaukee County, Brookfield, New Berlin, Muskego, and Menominee Falls got. We don't have any major infrastructure damage, so the cleanup for us is waiting for the water to recede. There may be things like in the Riverwalk where the trails may be damaged, but our cleanup is for the city proper is not terrible. I know that there's some houses that have been, water in the basement, and that if it impacted your furnace and water heater and stuff like that, and washer and dryer, those things usually are totaled. So there's some property owners, some houses that have some issues. But I can say that as the city infrastructure, we're actually doing pretty good.
I think the Fox River was supposed to crest on Monday evening, and it did so at like more than 8 feet or whatnot. So hopefully this last rush of rain we just saw wouldn't change that. But obviously it's higher than it's been in a long time. But you haven't noticed any dramatic recession yet?
No, and that will take a couple of days. I'm actually going to get an update at 9:30. But last night when we talked, it was expected the river would crest at about 7 o'clock last night at 8.8, which is the same as our flood in 2008, in 2010 too, I think. It's still going up slightly. It's at 8.6, but with the thought that it would crest last night, that took into consideration half an inch of rain that was coming in yesterday or last night and this morning. So I don't think that we have, at this point, we don't see the river really increasing. The Fox River will take a couple of days, though, to come down to where the streets, the bridges won't be closed. So we got a couple of days left of the bridges being closed, is what I think.
As of now, no word on what potential damage would be where that has been flooding over, whether it's Greedy Park or Frame Park, or any issues that you're more concerned about than others?
Yeah, roadways were not, and I obviously I'll get more of an update today and tomorrow and stuff like that. So with the water still covering it, we don't anticipate any problems, but there definitely can be some problems. I mean, our bridges did kind of experience the same thing in 2008, 2010, they were fine. Like Frame Park, the Riverwalk, there were some issues there with we have paving bricks and things like that, and you'll have some of the sod that will be damaged. The electrical for the lights there will probably be a problem, but in the grand scheme of things, I still consider us being pretty lucky in this storm. So we may have things to clean up. We'll figure it out as the water recedes. Things to fix, but I'm not seeing any really large ticket items. We didn't lose roads. Our sewage treatment plant is doing good. So we're in a good position. Also, a shout out to all. We do have people working really hard, and I appreciate that.
Waukesha Mayor Sean Raleigh on Wisconsin's Morning News. Well, good luck with the Fox River and all of that while that goes down. And I know you got a meeting to get to, so we'll let you get to it.
All right. And my final comment is don't drive into standing water.
Don't drive around barricades and stay away from the standing water. Got it. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
9:30 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
There's a lot of noise coming out of Washington these days, but one thing retirees in Wisconsin can't afford to ignore is the new Big Beautiful Bill. Sounds harmless, right? But here's the truth. The changes buried in this bill could have a serious impact on your retirement. At Drake & Associates, we've dug into the details, and we want to make sure you know what's really at stake. The Big Beautiful Bill includes sweeping updates to tax brackets, Social Security thresholds, Medicare premiums, and retirement account rules. And for many retirees, it could mean higher taxes on your savings, more limits on deductions, and unexpected changes to your income plan. Maybe you're already retired, or maybe you're just a few years away. Either way, what you don't know could cost you thousands. That's why we're offering Wisconsin residents a free educational guide to help you understand how the new bill may impact retirees and questions to discuss with your trusted financial advisor. Just text the word tax to 414-897-9522. That's tax, T-A-X, to 414-897-9522. You'll get immediate access to expert insights from the team at Drake & Associates, retirement planners who have been serving Wisconsin for over 20 years. We focus on tax-efficient retirement planning, helping you keep more of your money, avoiding surprises, and staying ahead of the curve no matter what Congress throws your way. So before the Big Beautiful Bill takes a bite out of your hard-earned savings, let's make sure your plan is designed to help prepare for uncertainty. Text TAX to 414-897-9522. That's TAX to 414-897-9522. Drake & Associates, helping build retirement confidence right here in Wisconsin.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
It's worth $100 now to save thousands later. Vince Vitrano for Urban Heating and Cooling. Family-owned business. Ryan and his wife, Ellie. I had Ryan out to the Vitrano house for an AC tune-up. Cleaned out all the coils, checked for any issues that could cause breakdowns, set up my air conditioner to run more efficiently all summer. This service available in your home for just $99 plus tax, saving on your electric bills, helping prevent more costly repairs down the road. Tell them Vinny sent you when you call. UrbanHeatingandCooling.com.
Good luck raising your Jolly Roger here, because you mateys will be shivering your timbers after facing us. It's the Brewers and the Pirates in Milwaukee.
Drilled into deep left center field. This is flying back towards the wall. It is up. It is gone. Babe Vaughn has struck.
Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:05. We are the home of the Brewers. 620 WTMJ.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation has just now released new information saying the shooter who fired at CDC headquarters in Atlanta last week died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The other person who died that day was David Rose, a police officer and first responder whose mother says her son was dedicated to helping others.
He would do it again. He would do it again. Without even questioning, he would put his life
on the line for anyone.
CDC employees are being briefed right now about the shooting. Inflation in the United States unchanged in July. Prices up 2.7% from a year ago. Some of the 800 National Guard members deployed by President Trump to Washington, D.C. began arriving today. The influx coming a day after the president announced a federal takeover of law enforcement in D.C. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro will be touring the Pittsburgh area steel plant where an explosion killed 2 people yesterday. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 9:34. Tens of thousands are without power following this morning's latest rounds of rain. Amy Johns with We Energy says high winds from the storms knocked down trees.
With already that saturated ground, we knew that could possibly happen because the ground is so wet.
The bulk of the latest outages are focused in Waukesha County, with thousands also in the dark in Milwaukee and Jefferson counties. In the latest total, we have just under 34,000 customers without power.
A drowning in Delavan Lake.
33-year-old Muhammad Husani was found unresponsive on a boat. Police responded just after 5:40 on Saturday near Lake Lawn. He appeared to have entered the water from the boat, started to struggle, and then went under. He died from his injuries at the hospital. Husani was wearing a life preserver, but it was too small to be useful. Elizabeth Linton, WTMJ News.
A man from Appleton is dead after drowning in Lake Michigan. The Milwaukee Harbor Patrol found him floating face down in the water while on active boat patrol Sunday morning. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office indicates the cause of death to be accidental.
A proposed AI data center coming to Wisconsin, starting to come into shape now. Port Washington approving a broad concept plan. There'd be like 11 data center buildings, 5 substations. The mayor, Ted Knightsky, tells WTMJ.
We have an amazing climate. We have an amazing state, and we've got the resources and great people. You know, we know 9 months out of the year it's 70 degrees or below, and these places run warm. And in other places around the country, they need to use a significant amount of natural resources to keep themselves cool. But what they're learning is Wisconsin is ripe for this. We have power, we have land, and we've got really intelligent people.
First phase of that AI data center project would be completed by 2027. News about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Everything looking good at the moment. The Dow is up 381 to 44,357. The Nasdaq is up 129 to 21,515. The S&P is up 35 to 6409. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. WTMJ Time Saver Traffic. Issue we've been following closely for basically the entire morning's been 4145 northbound, just north of County Line Road there. Flooding there, so they've had an exit blocked off because of flooding in that stretch. They've got a couple of lanes they've been dealing with on the northbound side of things, so might still see some issues there dealing with that flooding. Elsewhere, 4145 is slow in both directions because of the road work as usual. 94 eastbound still slow getting into downtown. This is right around the stadium in that stretch. 94 east. The right shoulder is blocked because of a crash there, so you'll see a couple of cars over there right around 26th Street. So just east of the stadium. So you'll see some slowdowns in that area because of that as well. And finally, 94 northbound from Layton into downtown. Some slowdowns right around Howard Avenue. A crash that is in the shoulder, but still slowing things down again near Howard.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Becoming partly sunny and warm today. A high of 82. Tonight, clear, a low of 65. Mostly sunny skies for the rest of your week with a high of 80 Wednesday, Thursday. Heating up a little bit on Friday to 84 and 86 on Saturday.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 9:37. Coming up, some breaking news regarding your favorite local band.
Fleet Farm is the place to fuel up, earn rewards, and save every day. Fleet Rewards credit card holders can earn 5% back in rewards on qualifying purchases made with a Fleet Rewards credit card, including 5% back on fuel at our Fleet Farm gas marts. While you're there, fill up on a hot dog, popcorn, and 20-ounce drink, all for just $1.99 at participating locations. Stop in and start earning more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm. Subject to credit approval. See a team member for details.
Hi, this is Julie Coombs and Cindy Storm Fisher with Storm Fisher Investment Group. Are you a retiring professional? Worried about the direction of our economy? About making your money last? Come see what we can do for you. Let us show you how we take care of you to help you have a great retirement. We are at 262-796-8400 or stormfisher.com. See you soon.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Osaic Advisory Services LLC. Osaic Advisory. Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory are separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, and services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. My wife recently had a major accident that involved her back. I felt blessed and lucky because Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin is on our side. She's on the way to healing. They've got the best imaging and best doctors, the best systems, and the best way of taking care of you. They've got experts when it comes to things like shoulders, knees, and hips. And it's not always surgery. Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin will take care of you from beginning to end. Go to their website, ohow.com, ohow.com. Request an appointment. Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin.
This week on What's on Tap with Sandy Max, your chance to win tickets to a meaningful musical night. You could win 2 tickets to Morgan Freeman's Symphonic Blues Experience with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra. Morgan Freeman will be there in person with his unmistakable voice and undeniable passion for the blues to take you on this soulful storytelling journey. Morgan Freeman's Symphonic Blues Experience with the MSO, November 2nd at the Riverside Theater. Tickets on sale now at pabsttheatergroup.com. Tune into What's on Tap with Sandy Max this week from 6 to 8 for your chance to win.
9:40, Erik and Michelle on Wisconsin's Morning News. Michelle in for Vince today. So we have 2 breaking music stories regarding musicians. We got a local one and we got a national one. Which one should we do first? The national?
Let's go national,
Okay,
just in case
national
my
first.
kids are listening.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything from them this morning. It's weird because it's Taylor Swift who is out with something new.
Taylor Swift's revealed a whole new era on her boyfriend's New Heights podcast.
So I wanted to show you something.
What do we got?
We got
Briefcase.
Yep.
Mint green with TS on it. What's in it?
This is my brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
Travis and Jason Kelsey cheered her on as she dug out the blurred cover. Fans are pumped too.
Oh my God! TS Club. We knew it!
Swift announced her 12th studio album at 12 minutes past midnight. It's the first since she bought back her master's recordings. Swift hasn't given any information about the songs or the release date. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
All right, so that's the national story. The local one regarding your favorite Milwaukee band. So the Femmes, Violent Femmes, are touring. They got a show on October 18th, final day of their tour, at the Riverside. Sold out. Pabst Theater Group announcing this morning that they are now extending. They have a Sunday, October 19th show as well. So they've opened it now for 2 shows at the Femme. So we talked to John Sparrow. He was on Wisconsin's Morning News earlier. And he said, he's the drummer. He's been the drummer now for 20 years. Mm-hmm. And he said his first show he ever saw was the Violent Femmes. So your first show you saw was the Femmes?
That's right. The Marcus Amphitheater. They were opening up for the B-52s in 1991. That was my first rock concert. That was, I was so freaked out because I didn't know what a mosh pit was. My buddy had taken me to the show, and he's like, "You want to go see this?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I love them." Because as a drummer, I loved what Victor was doing with the brushes, and I could relate to that being a jazz guy. So I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'll go see those guys. Yeah, this is awesome." But I got scared because everybody was, right when the Femmes started, they started rushing the stage. And I'm like, what's going on? Is there like a riot? So it was really quite, no, I'm not kidding. It was quite the experience. But yeah, they were my first show. And then ironically, it was, 2013? When we played at the Marcus Amphitheater with Victor, we were on stage getting ready for sound check. And Brian said, "Oh, yes, when's the last time we played here?" And I said, 1991. I sat right over there.
I know that.
He remembers exactly where he was at. That's the best part. So I asked Michelle. So for those who don't know, Michelle is a huge music fan. And I asked you if you were at that 2013 show for the Femmes, and you didn't even know if you were at the show.
No, that one I wasn't. So I assume that was in summer because it was at the amphitheater.
It was Summerfest. Yep.
I didn't go to that one. I was very, very pregnant, probably 8 months pregnant with my middle child at that point. But I did go to a different show. I went to the Avett Brothers that summer with my other friend who was also 8 months pregnant.
All right.
So
well,
it was memorable.
How many times have you seen the Femmes?
Probably more than any other band that I've seen. I don't know, half a dozen, 10 times. I don't know. I mean, they used to play at Summerfest all the time, right? You could just go to the side stage and catch the Femmes. Like maybe you didn't even know they were playing, and it's the Femmes.
All right, so new show October 19th. Their 18th show at the Riverside is sold out. So Pabst Theater Group opening up another day at the Riverside Text the word band, and you can get all the links for tickets. Tickets go on sale Wednesday. Band, B-A-N-D, to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620, B-A-N-D.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus.
I believe in aliens, ghosts, and UFOs, but I don't believe you.
Huh?
I'm convinced the Earth is flat and the moon landing was faked.
Okay.
But when you say Hasselus Mattress don't have no employees, well, that's just crazy talk.
It's true. Hasselus Mattress showrooms are employee-free. Give our mattresses a try with no pushy sales guy.
Okay, sure. You probably think birds are real, too.
All I know is that our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Free next day delivery, too.
Do these mattresses come from Area 51?
We're talking big names like Sealy Posturepedic and Beautyrest.
And who's supporting your operation? The Illuminati?
If you need support, through Monday, get a free adjustable base with any new mattress.
That's what the lizard people told you to say.
Save on Beautyrest, Sealy Posturepedic, and more. And get a free adjustable base through Monday at Hasselus Mattress. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hasselus.com.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia problems, cognitive decline. It's their specialty. They're great at it. And they also offer early memory loss classes. They can help your loved one with locations throughout our state, many here in southeast Wisconsin. I've been in their facilities. They're top-notch. It's kindness at the core. It's compassion and empathy at Azura. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
Classic feeling. Your home is failing. Windows are old, roof looks horrible, siding is distressed. Even your front door fights you on everything. Hi, I'm Erik Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and I will be on the Fix It Show this Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. 1 hour where you get to call in and ask about your failing home and how the professionals at Siding Unlimited can help you. Can't wait until Saturday? Bring your pictures to our Siding Unlimited showroom and let's chat. Start your home updating journey with Siding Unlimited at sidingunlimited.com.
We have some breaking news regarding your Packers here on Wisconsin's Morning News. It's not good. I don't know how dire it is, but I think it's easy to say it's not good. So Jordan Love, you may have seen, there are pictures of Love on Monday. He had like some kind of bandage over his thumb at practice, and that was after the game against the Jets. So the GM, Brandon Gutekunst, is now giving us some information on Love. This according to Jason Wilde, our buddy at ESPN Wisconsin. I'll just read you verbatim the report from Wilde. It says this. Brian Gutekunst walks in and says QB Jordan Love is having a procedure done on his left thumb, which he injured in the Jets game. It's a ligament thing. The Packers hope he'll be back at practice next week and ready for the opener versus the Lions. You would assume if it's his non-throwing hand and we are still weeks away, he'd probably be all right for the opener.
Definitely hopeful.
He's definitely done for the preseason, which is not necessarily good. Sometimes a few reps are a good thing. I'm just saying. Eesh. Okay, so that's the news breaking from Green Bay. Jordan Love is going to have some type of procedure on his left thumb. He injured it during the Jets game. Some type of ligament situation, says the Packers GM. They hope to have him at practice next week and ready for the opener. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I'm confident you'll see him play the Lions in the opener. I'm confident.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Speaking of football, there is also this story. Tosa East doesn't have a place to play football. Don't worry, they'll be okay. So we've had all this flooding situation, right? Flooding everywhere. And you may recall in Hart Park, they've been decimated with the flooding there. And WTMJ's Nazir Spencer was there Monday. He joined us on the program and described what the field looked like.
The football field looks like it got completely destroyed. The turf is completely rolled up. And oddly, there's a football post completely 180'd, completely turned around facing towards the scoreboard.
So, yeah, they're not going to be playing football anytime soon in that stretch. So the Tosa East athletic director tells the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel today that their practice equipment was under 3.5 feet of water, so that's pretty much gone. But he said he feels like he won the lottery because the helmets, shoulder pads, training supplies are all dry. So they got perhaps the more important stuff. So that's like winning the lottery, they say, that they didn't have to worry about that.
A little bit of a silver lining there for you.
Yeah, so that means Tulsa East is going to have to play somewhere else. Marquette, which usually plays a game or two there, they're going to have to go someplace else as well. It looks like Tulsa East is likely going to play most of their games if they have to at Tulsa West, which is right down the road, kind of. Pretty funny, though, that, there is no love lost between those two schools. And the coach told the paper that if you saw their faces, the kids' faces when we told them that they were going to play our home games at Tulsa West, they were like, whoa.
I think there's going to be some hazing or some pranks pulled by East on West or vice versa.
Yeah, ooh.
Wait,
now
don't give them any ideas.
Right. It was just so funny, though. He said that all the players were like, I don't want to play at West. I wish Vince was in, because he would have been all over this. But so anyway, the coach is like, look, do you guys not want to play anywhere? Like, we got to play somewhere. So they're going to play at Tulsa West most of their games, but they might have some other situations, too, that they're dealing with. So don't really have a choice in these matters. But, yeah, Hart Park, among the many areas that just got decimated, we're hearing a lot of, there are golf courses that are like completely underwater. That one in Germantown, which I think he said that every hole is underwater. There's other ones that are still half underwater. So they're hoping to have the floodwaters recede. So you're dealing with floodwaters you hope to recede. And the other thing this morning that we've been following very closely, of course, all morning long, has been the outages. The good news here, Michelle, is that I was thinking about Debbie because we were talking about the roads earlier and I got distracted. Anyway.
It's okay. Not insulted.
Yeah. Anyway. So what we have found with the outages new is that they've kind of leveled off, which is great news. Like for a while there, this morning when we had that severe weather, it just skyrocketed again. So now we have 30,000 customers in the dark again, 20,000 of those in Milwaukee County, a lot of the others in Waukesha County. But that number is kind of plateaued now. I mean, it was shooting up, skyrocketing, but now it's starting to level off. So hopefully that means the crews can just focus on what we got and move on from there. We Energies does tell us here's the issue. All the ground is so saturated. So you got all this soft ground from all the rain. Then you have 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts here around 6 a.m. today. And that knocked down more trees, knocked down more lines, and that's what we're dealing with. Just another Tuesday. But things are getting better. It's going to start drying out starting today. 9:51. WTMJ's Erik Bilstad here for Tri-County Contracting. You've heard about Tri-County Contracting and their worry-free roof tune-up. You've heard about their instant roof quote. But don't forget, Tri-County Contracting also handles windows. Our project at my home moving right along right now, and the process has been so easy and thorough. It's nice when you can trust the team you're working with and know that they are looking out for you. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and also windows. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com.
We ran the numbers. Overseas furniture makers charge an extra 38% to package and ship iffy furniture to the Midwest.
So out of $1,000, you're paying $380 for nothing that makes the product better.
But 82% of Penny Mustard's furniture is made within 300 miles of us.
So we're able to invest that extra $380 into higher quality materials and craftsmanship.
American-made furniture that lasts for generations.
When you shop at Penny Mustard, it adds up.
PennyMustard.com.
It's one of the hottest topics when it comes to finance and your money, the One Big Beautiful Bill. If you haven't read it, we don't blame you. It's 900 pages with 400 just for tax provisions. Not exactly light reading. You know who has read it? Annex Wealth Management. That's where Instant Insight webinars come in. They're designed to provide clarity for today's hot topics. Get up to speed fast. Check out the full Instant Insight schedule at annexwealth.com/events. Unbiased advice from a fee-only fiduciary. Find out more at annexwealth.com.
Hey, if you love true, authentic Mexican food, I highly recommend you stop at the Mind Chef restaurant in Hartford today. WTMJ's John Mercure here. The Mind Chef is the most affordable, family-friendly dining restaurant, and the Tuesday all-you-can-eat Mexican buffet is just $9.99. Whoa, that's incredible. Desserts are buy one, get one free. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat for free. Today from the kids menu, they'll love that huge game room quietly set aside from the dining area wherever you live. It's worth the drive to the Mind Chef today for the all-you-can-eat Mexican buffet, just $9.99. Excelente. Wednesday, the all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry is $7.99. That's a crazy low price. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford, just off Highway 41 near the EAA in Oshkosh. 2 locations, both fantastic. No need to cook today. Just walk in, relax, and enjoy the all-you-can-eat Tuesday Mexican buffet for under $10. Check it out, mineshaft.restaurant.com.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Hey, don't forget this week's Home Improvement Showcase is sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It features Ridgetop Exteriors for all your exterior home improvement needs. Ridgetop Exteriors provides the best quality roofs, siding, windows, and doors are expertly installed and at an affordable price. Ridgetop Exteriors are trusted and recommended experts who live and work in the areas they serve, so the people they're often helping are their friends and neighbors. Customer service is their number one goal. Get a free estimate. Log on to ridgetopexteriors.com. So, quick update on your Milwaukee Brewers. They've won 10 in a row. They go against Paul Skeens, who's a really good pitcher for the Pirates tonight. And then tomorrow, if they win tonight, tomorrow they'll go for burgers. So burgers would mean 12 in a row. So we brought that up to Pat Murphy. He joins us on Tuesdays on Brewers 360. And I made the comment of saying, hey, you know what you should do? You should, put a burger in your pocket. I was making a joke about the pancake pocket.
That's what he does. He's apparently known for just keeping snacks in his pocket, and weird snacks like pancakes.
So listen to closely what he did here. Never heard someone do this before, but I do appreciate it. When he heard me say you should do something, here was his response. So you know what you should do? So I don't know if you're aware now, we think you are, that if the Brewers win 12 in a row, everyone gets free burgers from George Webb's. So, you might have to put a hamburger in your pocket at some point. I don't know if you could do that before you win 12 or after, but might have to pop one in there.
I hear what you're saying, but you're telling me what I should do. I don't like to be should on.
I'm just suggesting maybe it's an idea for you to think about.
I think you said the word should, so I'm just responding to being should on.
Well, I really do appreciate that he made sure we heard the joke the second time. He brought it back twice. The should on. Yes, yeah, I got it.
I have to use that in my daily life.
Yeah, it's a different SH word. Yeah, so we've been talking about how, you can't make any of this up. This is just like a Hollywood script.
You can't make it up!
Right? No, thank you, Jeff. So because of that, what we're trying to do is turn every one of these games into a movie. So, we've been doing that, trying to just make you feel about it.
Hey! Is this heaven? No. It's Milwaukee.
Yeah, okay. So we had that one. And now today, that was Kevin Costner, maybe. So today it's Brad Pitt.
How can you not be romantic about Brewers baseball?
Oh, yeah. See, the scripts just keep writing themselves. So
romantic.
We'll find out tomorrow what the script will be for this ridiculous team as they go for 11 in a row tonight, right here on WTMJ Radio. Point taken, Steve and Kristen, next on Wisconsin's Morning News.
As the kiddos get ready to get back to school, you can